Oh, welcome everyone. I am streaming on TikTok as well as YouTube. YouTubers, you're new here, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe button, share because you care, and always comment below. On TikTok, we have a panel available where we have tonight's conversation is Manifest Your SP. We have 5 great questions regarding relationships, and we're always open to new questions or questions that may not be on the prompt. But these are the 5 that we'll deal with first. Hey, Latoxic. Welcome. And we're going to keep it real simple. Instead of when you come up answering all questions, just choose a question. We have 5 great questions that we all can explore and talk about. And so that's how we're going to do it. Instead of answering all 5 questions, just choose a question that you would like to expound upon. So we're waiting for people to come on in. Come on in. Can you see the prompt, Latoxic? Can you see the questions? Are they clear? And so this is a manifestation platform. I do often refer to the Bible, the Helios Biblios, known as the Sum Book. Tonight specifically, we're talking about relationships. No relationship is off the table, whether it's significant other, marriage, best friends, family, mother, daughter, husband, wife, children. You want to reestablish connections, you can manifest that reality. It's up to you though. You have to choose it. That's when it comes to manifestation. You don't have to be, subjected to circumstance, which a lot of people find themselves guilty of, letting circumstances rule their experience. Come to realize that that doesn't have to be the case. You can choose the experience you're going to have by changing the way you think. So let's see what people think about relationships. Hey, the artist. Welcome. So yes, I am behind the green screen on YouTube. So we can easily see the questions for tonight's conversation. As we talk about relationships, I know relationships are a very hot topic. And we can get into these gender specific roles, but I come to realize relationships are not gender specific. But it is exactly whatever you believe it to be. So you write the script regarding your relationship. So you can decide what it will be and what it won't be. You can decide to be play a supporting role in the story of your life, or you can be main character energy. It's up to you. You get to decide. Well, most people they like to point fingers and play victim. But over here, we're about main character energy. We're about empowerment. We're not about the blame game. We're about ownership and accountability. So if you're ready to be accountable for your experience when it comes to relationships, this is the place for you. Or to gain a new perspective, right? It's nothing, be open to new perspectives. Maybe get some aha moments, maybe come to realization of what you thought it was or what it wasn't, you know? Let's open up that Pandora's box. Let's open up that can of worms, see what we find out. See how people really view relationship. And it's really about see how you view relationship, because at the end of the day, it's about you and you. And what do you think relationships are? For me, relationships is all about you. It's all about your mindset. But everybody else, a lot of people have a different perspective. So let's hear them. Double tap the screen. 10K the easy way. But for Manifesting SP on Monday. Well, how do I want to say it? Manifesting Mondays, manifesting SP Mondays. Oh, we're going to set aside the 10K the easy way to come on the panel. The panel is available right now. You can request up. I know, right? Trying to think of some catchy way to say it right. Manifesting SP Mondays. Hello, hello, welcome. How are you guys? How are you
How's it
ladies? Oh,
going?
it's going great. It's going great. How about yourself?
Good, good, no complaints. That storm did end up rolling through here.
Oh, did it?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay, okay.
Yeah, it was like hurricane for a second, so I can't imagine what you guys were experiencing up there.
Well, by me, just rained. We did have the tornado watch, but it was just, we heard the little sirens going off, but it just ended up being just heavy rain. So
Yeah,
thankfully, yes.
same.
Just a lot of, it didn't last very long either. So lights went out for
No,
like a second, but they came right back on. So
same here. Our lights didn't go. My lights didn't go, but it was definitely a downpour for a little bit there.
mm. Okay. Yeah, I know Key was saying that it was some trees that were down around her. So must have been some
Yeah,
very
my
heavy
friends.
winds in the city or over there. She's not in the city, but she's close to the city. So, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you all can see the questions pretty good.
I could see them up here when I wasn't on the panel. It was like cut off, so like I couldn't see even the numbers. Like it was cut off that far.
Oh, okay. See, I'm on my
Yeah.
iPad, so I can't tell how people are seeing it on their phone.
Yeah. So I don't know if you can move it over, but that's how I'm seeing it. But I.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because at first I had it where it's a little further down. Let me see. This was the first where I had it. Let me see if I can. But I thought that was just too enhanced. That's what I need. Do I need enhanced or effects? So yeah. See, can you see? You can't see that, can you?
Yeah. It's like it looks zoomed in, so I don't know what the people who
Oh
are
no, let's
not.
see if you go down and come back
Okay.
up and see what you
Okay.
see. Okay. Hey, the artist, how are you? That's the only thing. It's hard to tell. Oh, okay, too zoomed in. Interesting. Okay. Too zoomed in. Yeah, I thought this was way much more smaller. So I don't know. This is way much more smaller. Say that's better. Cool. Hey, Key. So we do have the panel available. You could come on up as we discuss manifesting SP. We talk about relationships. Hello, the artist. How are you?
Hey, how you
I'm
doing?
doing great. How are you doing?
I'm great. I love talking about a good SP, honey.
I know, right? Love it.
Start the week off right. Get very intentional.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to
Beautiful.
just tap in. I know you had some questions on the screen.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do, just choose one to speak to, and then we can circle back. But you don't have to answer all the questions. You could just find the one that you like that you would like to talk about.
Okay, I like number 2.
Okay.
If that's unless you wanted to start with Key. I'm sorry. I don't know.
No, Key just came up.
Okay. Hey, girl.
Oh, well, I guess Latoxi was up here first. Let's see if Latoxi wanted to
Oh,
go.
you can go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you can go ahead. No pressure.
Okay, she said no pressure. You got it, girl.
Okay, cool. So number 2, are you manifesting the SP or are you manifesting the version of you who naturally attracts the SP? At first I thought I was manifesting the SP. And then I did a little deep dive and I was like, oh, I'm not really manifesting them. I'm manifesting the person that is, how do I say it? I guess they call it self-concept, when it's like you re-identify as the person who received the thing that you truly desire. You know, so instead of me saying, oh, I want this person and this person wants me, I want this person to text me, I want them to be obsessed with me. I started saying to myself, okay, what kind of person am I? You know, if I consider myself, you know, I like to see myself as a high value woman. I'm gonna embody that. Like, I gotta actually show up as that person that it's like, all right, if a baddie walked by me today, can I say that, you know, I'm confident, I can have it, I'm ready for it, or do I still have this limiting belief that yeah, she bad and all, but I don't know if I can have that, or this person is very respectful and intelligent and, you know, got their stuff together, can I have it? You know, instead of questioning whether I can have it, I guess I started just being a reflection of the type of person that already kind of, you know, already has it.
Yes, 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 yes. So knowing that you're the person that already has it, do you still feel like you question your value
I
or
don't
your
think it's the
worthiness
question.
of it?
Now, I will say sometimes I do waver a little bit. I have wavered a little bit, where it's like I'll be in that room with said baddie, right? And then I'll be like, all right, it's a lot of other people in here that might be a little bit more attractive than me, might be definitely gonna be taller than me. Because I'm 4'8", but don't tell nobody. We're gonna leave that in this room.
You're funny.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I do have those moments where I'm practicing it, but you know, it's just a practice. It's constantly reminding yourself that everybody wants to, those that I desire me as well.
Right.
You know, those that I'm attracted to find themselves attracted to me. It's easy for me to make genuine conversations with people. I'm naturally beautiful. Like, I do have to rehearse that sometimes. I'm not gonna act like I don't.
Okay. So interesting. So when it comes to, so you consider all options. You don't consider like, oh, I decided and that makes it so that's enough. Like, I've come to the decision that I can have whatever I desire. And it doesn't matter who's in the room. It doesn't matter who's around. It's strictly based on my choice, my decision for it to be so.
I think I'm learning to trust myself more. Yeah. I'm bridging the gap, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Through
So do you feel like you
affirmations and
still
self-concept.
like it's work to be done?
Self-concept, yeah, I do. But that's the private part. Like, I've been detoxing from like negative thoughts and stuff like that. Like, I've really been intentional about it, and I'm pretty forthright. If I get into a position where I'm dating or I find someone that's interested in me, because, you know, thankfully God has blessed me with a demeanor where I can actually hold good quality conversations with beautiful women. But now it's getting to a point where I'm being honest about my time. And I think that's the part where it's like, yes, I can attract these women, but are they respectful? Are they intentional? You get what I'm saying? I think that's the part that I want to make a better decision on. Really, or I want to make the decision like, okay, no, I know this and truly believe it. Right now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes I say it and I'm like, I may not believe it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. You know what I'm saying? But I'd love to get to the point where I feel convicted. I think that's the end goal.
Oh, okay. So you're still questioning their character.
A little bit. I think I'm still holding on to the 3D at some point in time.
So the question would be, so you're still in between are you manifesting the SP or are you manifesting the version of you who naturally attracts the SP? Which side of the fence are you on?
But that's the work, because I'm not. I wish I could say I can see somebody say, "Oh my God, I want that," or this person is the one that I want. I think I've just gotten to a point right now where I'm so open, limited but open. And the way that I feel as if I'm coming off is that these are the things that I'm telling myself I want. I know I want. I desire a relationship that is fulfilling, that's nurturing, that's happy. But I can't see that in a person just yet. So I'm trying to not try to see it in the person and really just showing up as someone who is deserving of that. So I can, be a little bit more confident when I do see that person where I'm like, oh, that's the SP. That's the one that I want to see how far this can go with. You get what I don't know if I'm making sense.
No, you are. I just
Okay.
still think you're seeing it from their perspective as opposed from your perspective. You're still making it about them when it should be about you. So you are the one that's manifesting the SP instead of the one that naturally knows that no one can resist you. Once you decide that you have the person that you want, there is no plan B. There's no such thing as, oh, they won't be into me, they won't like me, I won't be enough, or they're going to be disrespectful, or they're going to have these faulty character traits. Like, you're not operating from that state. You're operating from the state that I'm trying to manifest the perfect person. But in order to manifest the perfect person, you have to be the perfect person. You see what I'm saying?
And that's what I feel like I'm working on right now.
Okay.
That's
okay,
the part for me.
Okay, yeah. Right. Okay. So the thing is, yeah, that's about acknowledgement. It's not so much work, it's about acceptance, right? It's just that to know that, hell yeah, I'm amazing. An amazing person deserves to have an amazing mate. Like, what? Of course. Because that's the realization I came to. That's how I was like, wait a minute. I know I'm a great person. I'm a good woman. Good woman deserves a good man. Can't be any other way. That any other option is not even a consideration. But I agree. That is something that you have to come to a realization of. And however you come to that realization, whether it comes through affirmation, meditation, prayer, but to me, those are all the same thing. We're just using different words to say exactly the same thing. Because one thing you're always doing with yourself is you're always communing with yourself. Whether that's meditation, whether that's prayer, whether that's affirmation, those are all the same. You're still talking to yourself.
I get that. Yeah, that's the work now. Well, not the work, but that's the acceptance now. I had a situation where I was investing and I noticed that I was creating all the things that I didn't really want because I was giving attention to it. So now I'm like, all right, now that we see what we did to get the situation we didn't want, now if we're going to manifest, the type of SP that works for you, then let's start focusing on the things that we do desire. And right. I'm looking at those things in myself first. And I'm like, all right, if I can show up as someone who's kind and courteous and gentle and loving, you get what I'm saying? I know that, like you said, to be able to attract that is going to be nothing. To attract that is nothing.
It's nothing. It's nothing.
Yeah.
Yes, because you recognize that you are already complete and whole. There's nothing to do. There's only to be.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. You're amazing just the way you are. You don't need to change anything. You just need to accept that you're already wonderful. You're already amazing.
Don't make me play. I appreciate that.
Right. I mean, that's really the truth. Like that's the self-actualization that has to become. That's the acknowledgement you have to accept that ain't nothing. There's nothing wrong with me. And I think that's what happens when it comes into whether it's the religious circle or the spirituality circle, which that's why I say they're two sides of the same coin, because they convince you that there's something wrong with you and there's something you have to fix. So you got to go on this healing journey. You got to do this inner work. You got to do the shadow work. You have to do something to yourself other than just change the way you think of yourself. That's the only thing that needs to be changed is how you're perceiving yourself, because you're already amazing. You're a delightful being. Like I said, I'm full of conversation. I have so much to offer. Who can resist this?
That's real. That's real. That's the identity I choose to embody. You are so correct.
Yeah. And so you're going to naturally attract. Here's the thing. You will never have to go out and find someone. You will naturally attract it. You'll never have to look for it.
What I'm learning to tell myself too is that every opportunity, people are naturally going to be attracted to me. It's my choice. And I think this is where sometimes I'm just going to speak as highly as possible and then pass it to the next. But sometimes I see the attraction, I get it, and I'll give chances. And I'll be like, no, I can't give chances. Like, I really do have to get back on a strict program. Like, just because it's coming doesn't mean it's for me. And I think that too is something where it's like, now I'm rewriting that and saying that everything that I desire is attracted to me. Nothing that I don't desire has any means to me. And that's something that I'm learning to, I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm playing around with the affirmations. I like affirmations. You know, I feel a lot more conviction when I say them. I like to hear my voice say them. I like to hear me speak it out loud, you know. So those are some of the affirmations that I'm currently, you know, playing around with and, yeah, getting comfortable with.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Yes. Yes. But you already have it. So all you got to do is claim it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Thanks for sharing as always. Hello, La Toxique.
Hey,
Hey. I'm gonna start calling you Tox like Key. Hey, Tox. Shorten it up and call you Tox.
Good. Sounds good to me.
Yes. So which one do you want to tackle? Can you see all of them? Do you need me to read them, any of them?
I can see them. I can see
Okay.
them. When I'm on the pen, I can see them just fine.
Okay.
Let's see. These are all really good questions. I think I would go with. I'm gonna go with number 2.
Okay.
Wait, I think they already did that one.
Well, but if that's what resonates with you, then answer it. There's no wrong answer. There's no wrong choice. If that's what resonates with you, hey.
I think that's a really good question.
Thanks to Key.
Yeah, it's Key's question.
Yes.
I think that. So I'm of the mindset that I don't have. Look, here's my thought process. Wobbling.
We're all ears.
I think of, for example, a relative of mine who is a decent person. You know, he's a decent person, good guy, right? And I think to myself, this man has 2 women. And is he the best, you know, partner, spouse? And, you know, I'm sure they have their faults, of course, like, obviously. But in my mind, he's having his cake and eating it too. Okay? Excuse me. So my mindset is, do I have to be? I know you just said that, like, you know, like, if you want the perfect person, you have to be the perfect person. My mindset is like, do I have to be the perfect person? I see people who are very...
when I say perfect, I mean your whatever, if you're looking for that.
Right. I heard.
Yeah. You get to be whatever type of person you want to be. Because because that person that you're describing may see themselves as perfect, and absolutely nothing wrong with their decisions and how they decide to, you know, navigate these relationship lanes and paths. So, because it's all perspective. So in their mind, what you mean? I am amazing, and I'm gonna have my cake and eat it too, because I can have both. Right. I get the best of both worlds.
Something's happening. So all I was going to say is I see it all the time. And maybe that is a self-concept thing. Maybe that is a result of that.
You see what all the time?
I see people who are like, what in my perspective would be them dating above their station. That's how I would see it.
So that's your judgment, though. Because whoever's with them,
they don't see it that way.
They like, hey.
I see it that way, right?
Right, okay.
But I'm like, you know, why don't I just apply that same thought process, you know? I've seen it. Yeah, this goes for men and women. Like, I've seen it in both. I've seen it, you know, in multiple, you know, formats. So, yeah, so in my mind, I'm like, okay.
So you feel like you've been limiting yourself, and then when you see certain people, you just like, wait a minute.
Oh, yeah.
If they can have that, why am I shortchanging myself when I don't even think they all that? But They think they're all that. And they can pull whoever they believe they can pull.
Exactly.
Got you. Okay. Yeah.
That's exactly
Level up.
it.
Level up.
So in my mind, I'm like, well, I need to fix my shit, okay? Because I have to fix what the fuck I'm thinking about myself. Because, so why am I limiting myself, basically? So in that to answer that question, I feel like it can be both. It can be both manifesting this a very specific person, and also it can be I'm the version that has this person regardless. So it's not so focused on the other person, you know. So I have found myself like in the past getting caught up in like. To go, this kind of goes a little bit into the first question about manifesting in stages versus all at once. I have found that I get too caught up in like manifesting little things, you know, versus actually just going for the big thing, right? Whatever it is, a relationship, whatever it is. So I found it a lot easier to think about the bigger picture and manifest all at once versus manifesting in stages, because it's like a lot easier in my mental. Like a lot easier for me to not have to think about day in and day out, you know?
Okay.
And then going back to the second question, I feel like, again, it's about like, oh, no, I actually am this person who I just get what I want. Like so I started rewatching Gilded Age.
Okay.
And I started at season 3. And it's so, oh my God, it's so hard to put down. I was up till midnight watching that show like I'd never seen it before.
Yes.
And multiple times, the Bertha queen was like, they were like, what kind of woman do you think you are? She was like, I'm a woman that gets what I want.
Yes.
I'm like, queen. But he's really saying something, you know?
Yes.
She was really saying that, and she really felt, I don't give a damn what y'all think. I don't give a damn what y'all have going on. I run this program. This is my shit, you know? And I just love that energy. I just love that, you know, that mindset about especially when it comes to manifestation, you know, just like, why am I negotiating? Who am I negotiating with? Myself.
Right.
Well, I'm the person trying to talk myself out of what I want. Like, why am I trying to limit myself? Like, I think I said this before, but there's a scene in The Office where Jim, he's like the broy guy, is like, I don't know if anyone's seen The Office or not, but he's like talking to the nerd guy, Dwight, and Dwight has this fantasy about being the assistant manager in the office.
Okay.
And he's like, Jim's like, you're not even the manager in your own fantasy, like in your own dream. Like, you don't even give yourself the title in your own dream. Like,
you playing second fiddle with your own dream.
No, literally. That moment actually really genuinely stuck with me, because I know it's obviously supposed to be just comical, but I'm like, what am I really playing second fiddle in my life about?
Ooh, I love that.
You know, so it made me think like, oh, okay, you know, actually, I get to ask for exactly what the fuck I want. I usually get it, so I don't see why this should be any different.
Absolutely.
You know, I have mostly stepped away from manifesting very specific people, romantically, but I do manifest things when it comes to like just like platonic relationships and stuff like that.
Okay. I
don't know why. I think it's just, you know, like with romance, it's like, oh, I'm texting every day or calling it every day, or that to me is like it's a little much. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, like, let me just focus on what the outcome I want, versus like the little things along the way. Like you said, like, oh, I want a good man. And naturally, a good man will do X, Y, and Z, right? So you don't need to, like...
make no laundry list of right. No, I don't need no laundry list of checking all these boxes. No, that person.
Right. Although I do have a list.
Yeah.
To be clear, but it's not like
yeah, we heard of your list. We know about the list.
It's a long list. I got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 15 different things on this list. To be clear.
I'm not mad.
So I
at
do
you.
list it up, but it's more like they're larger themes versus like, you know, I want him to text me all the time every day. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's more larger themes. And then there's actions, of course, that kind of like will fulfill those things.
Well, here's the thing. If the person is into you, wouldn't that be something they would have to do? They will be doing anyway.
Absolutely.
So why would I even need to be on the list?
I mean, I didn't write that on the list.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I was saying if you on a once in a while on their mind, it's just like that move. They just not that into you, boo. I mean, if they only come across your man like once a week, twice a week, I'm gonna take that as a hint that boo, they just not that into you.
It's not gonna work. No. The list is like larger, overarching themes.
Okay. But maybe but I'm glad you said it because maybe some people do get into the details of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they are looking for these very specific gestures that this person has to do. And if they're not doing it, then they're not a good person and I shouldn't be. And it's just like,
no, it's just some things.
It's some things that are just a given when the person is into you. Like the hell, if they're not texting you regularly and you call and you're claiming exclusivity, they're just not into you. They're like, this is a one-sided game now. This is like you're into them, but they're not into you.
Exactly. Like I have a thing on my list, which is called it's I love it actually. I love that I came up with it. I don't know where I came up. I don't know if I came up with it, but I feel like I did. I don't know. But I call it eldest son energy. Just like take charge personality, someone who is like proactive, forward thinking, you know, that it encompasses several different qualities.
Okay. Elder son energy. All right, girl, I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah, right. Thank you.
Elder son energy. I need a take charge kind of man. I need somebody that's gonna take the horse by the reins and let's giddy up, let's go.
Simple as that. Like I'm obviously a woman who, you know, is, you know, pretty take charge myself by default. But, you know, yeah, I mean, that kind of energy is attractive to me. That's what I like. Yeah. So they have the eldest son energy. If they don't have the eldest son energy, it's a no-go. It's a do not pass go situation. But that encompasses like several different like qualities. So yeah, you know. So I think in my mind I have stepped back from like manifesting little things when it comes to SPs. I have done little things when it comes to like just people I know and things I want them to do. Like I had
So then which one are you? Are you the one that's manifesting the SP or are you the one that the version, are you manifesting the version of you that already has the SP?
I think now I'm gonna go back on what I said before. I feel like it is easier for me. It's easier for me to think about, oh, I know I want this person to do X, or I want this person to act in a certain way, versus.
So do you manifest what you want or who you are? Because that's really what the question is saying.
I think I manifest what I want because in my mind, I get very deep into my own mind about like, do I deserve this? So I feel like getting into the who I am thing is like, well, am I there yet? It asks that question. So even though I think I want to be in that place where I can be like, this is just who I am. Like, and I am that way about certain things, but not others. So for things,
so you think that's separate? So you think somehow you can bring forth what you want without being that person? Yeah. Okay.
Because I just think it takes a belief. There's a lot of people. This just takes a belief. You know, I think I hate to use these examples because I don't want this to become a norm, but there are a lot of people who are wholly unqualified in positions that you know, they work for the White House, they work for governmental agencies. You know, this is no shade or whatever, but I am throwing shade a little bit. But like, this is like, there's a lot of unqualified people out there doing some shit they should not be doing. lot of them.
Okay, so I don't look at qualification as being a what you want versus a who you are. Because to me, I look at it, the being a who you are is seeing yourself as that person regardless of qualifications or criteria. That criteria has nothing to do with me saying I should be president. I don't care if I never held any office prior. I don't care if I took any political science courses or got a degree in political science. If I decide that I can be president, I'll be president. Right? So that's saying who I am, not necessarily that's what I want. To me, they have to marry. They have to marry. Because it is the belief in I am that, regardless if you don't think I held the qualifications for it or not. Because it's not about what others think. Right. It's not about what other people deem qualifying a state. It's about me qualifying the state.
Yeah. I agree with that. So in my mind, if I feel like I want, let's say for example, right, at this present moment, right, I'm not currently a multimillionaire, but let's hypothetically say that on my list, I want to marry a multimillionaire, right? Like that's not on my list, but if it were, like in my mind, I have to be that energy, right, in order to attract that type of person.
What you mean by be that energy?
Be that person. Like I have to be that in order to attract it. Like people talk about that all the time. Like, right? Like you attract what you are. People say you attract what you are.
Okay, so that's why I think that's where it gets convoluted or conflated, right? Yeah. Because I don't have to be a millionaire in order to attract a millionaire, right? Mm-hmm. To me, I attract who I am versus what I want is my decision to see it as possible. That's what I look at it. That's how I look at I attract who I am versus what I want. Because I could say I want to, but like you just said, if I don't believe I can, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Right? So a lot of people have a lot of wants, but they don't have no beliefs attached to them.
Right.
So that's what I mean when I say attracting who you are versus what you want. The way you attract it is the belief, not necessarily the criteria or the qualification of it, or I must be a millionaire, or right, like they say, your 5 friends is going to determine your bank account. What? Mm-hmm. No, what? You could be around. You could be the richest person in the room. What?
Yeah, you could be a rich person in the room and have a whole lot of broke friends.
Exactly. Like what? But they try to tell you your 5 closest friends determine your bank account. No, they don't. I determine my bank account, but see how they try to put rules and limitations on you. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, that makes sense. What you're saying, like, I think when I think of what people talk about when they typically talk about this whole thing, like, are you the version of you?
Yeah, I think they make it hard, right? Yeah, now you're adding this stipulation, this gap. You're making it a gap,
right?
As though I'm not all right. Yeah, go ahead.
That's where my mind goes. So that's why it's so easier for me to just manifest the person than trying to like evaluate. Am I the person?
Right.
You know, as like, well, bitch, you are the person. Like you've been the person. Right. Like, there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes me feel like, I have to.
Yep. You had to rise to the occasion. That's some things I gotta change. My bank account has to change, and I gotta make sure I'm in the right rooms. I gotta make sure I'm shaking the right hands.
Exactly. Mind you, I have gotten a whole lot of shit I did not fucking deserve. Like I didn't do anything to deserve any of the things that I got. You know. Mm-hmm. So in my mind, that's why I think in my mind, I want to get to that point where I'm like, no, I am actually being the person I want to be. And then therefore it's also going to bring in that version, that person. Right. But at the same time, I'm like, no, there's a lot of people out here. There's a lot of people out here being exactly who the fuck they are.
Yeah. I think that's the shift in consciousness where we stop trying to think we have to do something in order to gain worthiness. Yeah. But that's what we've been conditioned to, right? Like you just said, I got a lot of stuff that I wasn't worthy of, but who deemed you unworthy?
I don't understand how you weren't noticing.
I don't know if she meant to come up.
Probably
I think
did.
She requested earlier.
Yeah. She usually mistakenly requests us up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where I think my my brain twisted. So it's a lot easier for me to be like, oh yeah, like I'll manifest this person. I'll manifest this person does, one thing or the other thing. Like I manifested my couch, which led to my dad and my brother coming over and fixing all the shit in my apartment.
Beautiful. Love it.
They would have done it anyway. I couldn't ask them, but it was just one of those situations where, it just all kind of flowed and happened the way, I guess it was super easy that way. So, there's things like that where it's like, yeah, I mean, could I have done it myself? Sure. Am I going to do it myself? No.
Love it.
Probably not.
Oh, love it.
My brother tried to tell me I needed to get a drill. I was like, for what? What am I going to use? What am I going to do with a drill?
I love it.
What am I going to do? It's going to sit exactly where it is till you come over the next time to fix whatever the hell I have going on.
Love it.
But anyway, yeah, so great questions.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Hello, Miss Key. How are you?
Hey y'all, what's going on?
Hey. Everything is everything.
It was stormy and the trees was bending and hail. So I may have, I'm not even gonna speak that, but it was like not huge hail, but big enough where I was concerned. But
Wow.
it's much better now. But then I'm like, I gotta go walk my dog. So I am gonna answer a couple questions and then I see some other people came up. Yay. Okay, I'm gonna walk my dog and then I'm gonna step down. But I can knock out one of these questions real quick.
Okay.
Number 3. Y'all, I'm gonna read it. It say, when is it okay to start cooking and cleaning for your partner? So, for Key, never. As a matter of fact, if I ever tell you I cook and clean for my partner, call 911. I'm serious. It's not. It's not ever okay for me. It's an issue for me if I'm even asked or expected to. Yeah. Is that, as I know, Tox, that was your question. Is that what you meant? Like, I don't know. But
yeah, that's what it meant. I just thought it was interesting. I thought it was an interesting thing. Yeah, I'm not gonna stay quiet, but yeah.
I love the question because I cracked up when I saw it. That's why I said ha, 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 when I saw it. But yeah, I'm like, it's not okay for me. Yeah. But anyway, so let's see. What's a question that somebody didn't ask? I want to say number 4. I don't think nobody tackled number 4.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll try and tackle that. Is it okay to go through your partner's phone if your intuition tells you something is wrong? So I'm gonna say it's not right or wrong, right? That's what you want to do. You want to go through, his phone. You're not wrong to do so, but then I have to second guess myself because I'm like, I keep personal information in my phone. It could be, I don't know if I use my journal anymore, but even in my note section of my phone. And so someone going through that or reading text message, that's a violation. I don't use a diary, we got a phone. So I may have like my personal confidential information. And so I would feel violated if someone went through my phone. But I would have to ask myself, what state am I operating from? Because I want to go through his phone. Because I know we're not supposed to talk about the old version, but the old version of Key, she was going through the phone. So if you left the phone lying around, I was going.
What were you looking for?
I wanted to look for like maybe evidence of either he was faithful or if he was unfaithful. I don't know what I was looking for. It was just, I thought that that's what I was supposed to do. So it came real easy, like when social media came around and people would endlessly scroll, and you know how especially TikTok, it never, you get on a TikTok and you looking at something on TikTok, it's gonna keep playing over and over and over again, and it won't lock. You know how TikTok does. And so somebody will put their phone down, and I'm like, okay, give me that. That's time for me to go to your phone. And so, but now, of course, look, if I got a genuine concern of, it's been like maybe a pattern of dishonesty or broken trust, or maybe some behaviors that they don't align in a relationship, then now I'm gonna have a conversation. Like, nah, we're gonna have to have a conversation, because the phone ain't the issue. It's not the issue. It's the lack of trust. And I used to always like, it's the phone, but no, it's not the phone. It's the lack of trust.
So you just
Right?
looking through the phone to try to get confirmation of something you already feel.
Yep, that's what I used to do. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Yep.
then when you look through the phone, you get your, you did your investigation. Then what?
Then you want to know what I would do?
I mean, are we ending it? Is this just
Personally?
about
I
a
mean, me
confrontation? Is this just to be
No.
to confront the person? Is this to
No.
end the relationship? Like,
No, I mean, I would just go get my lick back. I'm just,
ah!
I'm like, oh, so now we're cheating now. So it's an open relationship. Oh, I didn't know. Thank you, phone, for telling me. But anyways, that's the old me. Anyway,
So you would still want to be with the person. It's just that they gave you permission to cheat now because they've been cheating.
They gave me the okay to open a relationship to other people. Because but
is that what you wanted?
Yeah, like, so
you always wanted the open relationship, but he gave you
I've always
permission.
wanted open relationship. I don't, like the idea of being stuck with one person. I remember I said that before. So, but the person and it seems like every relationship that I would have, they always wanted to be, one-on-one. What do you call that? Monogamous, or like a serious way. And I'm like, why? And then they, of course, I would find something and I'm like, no, but they're not being faithful. So I'm the one who's expected to be faithful, and they're not. So, okay, I'm gonna go do what I wanted to do in the first place. But I was still coming from a place of being anxious, because it was still that anxious attachment thing going on.
Okay.
Right. Mm-hmm. So now, like, I always just ask myself before I even go through a man's phone now, am I trying to does this create more peace? Right? Or am I feeding this version of the old identity that just expected betrayal? And because I just asked myself that question, and I'm like, no, I want peace. And we talk so much about self-concept, So, and now I know that I am the person who is always chosen, always valued. I'm always respected. And I just don't feel like I have to be a detective, to prove my worth anymore.
Okay.
So,
so no more searching through the phone?
No, not at all. No.
Okay.
No. It's been a while. It's been a couple of years since I searched through a phone. I communicate now. Or I just observe. I don't even need to go through the phone now, because I observe, like, or I just trust enough. And I'm able to make the decision based on what I see. So I don't even need to go through the phone. Like,
okay.
I don't ignore those red flags. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's So
I really would like y'all to answer number 5 though, because that's what's just so interesting to me. A lot of the thought process behind this, but maybe we can circle. Maybe we can circle back, huh?
Oh, the one, number 5. Do you agree that a good or a bad relationship is the result of your beliefs, or is it strictly based on the other person's actions? I didn't even see that one. I think I'm gonna go ahead and answer. I think it's definitely influenced by my beliefs, right? It is. That's what shapes what I accept. And that's also what shapes what I expect. That's also shapes how I communicate. I mean, I don't really set boundaries anymore, because I remember we had that discussion before about boundary setting, and I'm like, at first it was like, what do you mean you don't set boundaries? But now I'm like, okay, I get it. But it shapes, like, who I am shapes the relationship dynamic that I participate in. So I'll give an example. So if someone believes or if I believe that I'm not worthy of love, then of course I'm going to tolerate things that they just don't align with what I truly desire. I'm just going to tolerate them because I'm going to overlook all the red flags. I'm going to be chasing validation. And then I'm going to stay with this guy even when my needs aren't met. So in that sense, that's saying that my beliefs are strictly influencing what I experience. But I do understand that people have the free will and people have personal responsibility. And I do think that people make choices, and that is their honesty. That don't have nothing to do with me. That's their integrity. That's their emotional maturity. And I don't create someone else's behavior by having a wrong belief. But I do think I do think that I influence the reality that I continue to participate in. So I'm the one influencing what I choose, who I choose, actually. I'm the one influencing what I allow, and I influence how I respond. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, it's co-creation. It's both of us. My beliefs matter. Their choices matter. But I have the power to recognize what matches the version of myself that I choose to be. So that's kind of a long-winded answer.
So you believe they have free will? Okay.
Yeah, I do. I think that I get to walk away from a person that doesn't align with me. So that's their free will. That's your free will to do. And and now I have the free will to say, nah, that don't match that doesn't match what I want to participate in. So yeah. So I think it's just, we're co-creators. But I know it's kind of, it's tricky because I know you say that it's it's your inner concept that shapes the relationships. And that's going to generate a lot of people. I would love to hear other people's,
perspectives.
Responses to that. Perspectives. Yeah. Thank you. I would love to hear other people's perspectives. I think it's two. I think it's both of us together. But yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's your reality. So yep. Love it. Thank you so much for sharing. I love it.
And like I said, I'm a walk Cujo. That's my baby. And then I'll probably be right back up to answer because I think I have like 2 more questions.
Okay.
And I'm gonna listen to everybody else.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, everyone, you don't have to ready. You could just choose one if you want to ask, but I'm just asking you to choose just one question to answer. Hello, Miss Kitty. How are you?
Greetings. I'm wonderful, divine as always.
Beautiful. Love it.
Let's see. Let me pick which question. You said just answer one question?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you agree that a good or bad relationship is a result of your beliefs, or is it strictly based on the other person's actions? I think that good or bad relationships are a result of your beliefs. That's been my experience.
Okay.
As much as I hate to admit it.
How did you draw this conclusion?
Just when I look back and just see where I was when I was in whatever type of relationship I was in, whether it was a serious monogamous relationship, marriage, or just a casual lover. I was always in, even though I would say in my marriage, I wouldn't think that I would not have wanted to think, I think at that time, that it was my belief system. But I did, even when we were together, I began to see where our experiences were aligning. Like in our childhood experiences, and maybe I wasn't paying attention. because I just didn't know. So, and then, you know, I attracted a lover one time. It was phenomenal. And, but I remember, I was just going to share this real quick. I had been inactive for like 10 years and it was getting brutal. And I was walking every day. I was living in this complex. It was fabulous. And it was like in the woods. And so I would walk every day. And one day I was walking, I said, and again, one of those moments where I put out a command, not knowing. And I said, okay, Lord, look, if you're not going to send me a man, a relationship, send me a lover. And boom, that came quick. And it happened, like I mentioned one time that a lady I knew I used to hang out with, she was a spiritual teacher. She had her own little thing. As a matter of fact, she's best friends with Iyanla Vanzant.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a little story around them too. Anyway, she was like, you know, God will slide a man through your mail slot.
Not through your mail slot. I heard that.
And that's how this young person, did I say? Well, anyway, that's how this young man came to me literally through my mail slot. Well, actually my front door. But and it was magic and it was grand and I loved it. And but that was one of my clear manifestations without putting any effort in. You know, just putting it out there that's what I would accept if I don't, you know, if you don't gonna send me a husband, or that's what I said, if you're not gonna send me a husband, send me a lover. And here come this little lover. And I say little lover because I'm going ahead and say it, he was like 26 years younger than me.
Love it.
When I tell you it was fabulous.
Love it. Fabulous.
So I think it's all, you know, likes attract likes. I think it's based on your beliefs. I don't think that even if those beliefs are buried and you don't recognize them, you know, or you're not aware of them, still I think we can't help but draw. I think that's just in alignment with everything that we always talk about. I don't think relationships are random, not unless you're not paying attention.
Right.
That's what I think.
Right, but even then, you know, you're the cause or you're not.
Right. Because I've had experiences, and most of the time, even when I meet someone, I always give out this vibe, and I always say, Holy Spirit, if this is not going to be good for me, then let it pass me by. And I tell you, so many men have passed me by. Tell them one time I was like, you know, we would talk, and then next thing you know, it'd be done. And it happens so consistently until I have joked and said, maybe I should stop saying that.
I know, right? Say, let the right one find me instead of the wrong one pass me. I need the right one to find me.
That's
what?
right.
Yeah. You got to see what you want, not what you don't want. Like, yes.
Right. So that's where, and I've stated before, I just, you know, I'm changing my mind now and being more aware of my thoughts. But in the past, I just I didn't feel worthy. You know, I had some damage that I hadn't gotten over. And so I think you just have to be clear and, like you say, and know that you're fabulous. You just got to know that you're fabulous. So you can attract fabulous, because I am fabulous.
You are.
And, you know, especially when I was really out there, you know, I was fabulous.
And you still are. Yes. Yeah. But I was the same way. I didn't see my value or my worthiness. And I just came to a realization, oh, wait a minute. The switch just flipped, you know. But like I said, I consumed a lot of relationship type television, and I read a couple of books, and those I think were the things that, like, you know, hindsight being 2020, right? I'm like thinking about it and like, what is my fear? What is going on? Right. I was really doing some introspection. This is before I even knew anything about, you know, the law. I think we innately know, right? We innately know some things.
Right.
And
Right.
then, when we come into this greater awareness, we're like, damn, we've been doing this shit the whole time.
Right.
We like, what? And then it's like when you come into the awareness and people start teaching you, I feel like they complicate it, because when you didn't know the mechanics of it, like you just said, you just would put it out there and gave no second thought about it, and it would happen.
Right.
But now
Right.
you gotta focus on it. You gotta be attentive to it. You gotta meditate on it. You gotta say affirmations about it. You gotta pray about it, right? It's like all these do's, right? You gotta be clear. You gotta when it's just as simple as just say it and forget it.
Yes. Yes. that is the key. We always give.
That just sounds too easy. That just sounds too easy. So the mind comes up with concepts to make it difficult.
Right.
Because we were taught you had to earn the blessing.
Right.
And that's why I like what Latoxi was saying. She's like, I was getting things, and we all can account to that too, getting things that we know that we did not qualify with, we did not do anything to earn it. It just happened. It just came.
Yeah. 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 And that and embracing our worthiness. I think that, it's also the society does not support the idea of feeling and living your life as a worthy being, worthy of whatever it is you want.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really didn't think I was worthy for various reasons.
Because like teachers like Neville Goddard and Dr. Joseph Murphy, they would say, well, it has nothing to do with worthiness or deservingness. It has to do with decision. And that is enough, right? No one is unworthy or worthy of anything. This is not meritocracy, right?
Right.
It's about what do you want, and then decide that you have it.
Right.
But society says no, it's based on merit.
Right.
It's based on, but when we find people that get stuff that haven't did it with merit, what do we say? They don't deserve it. They don't appreciate it.
Right.
It was just given to them. And, we talk about nepotism and all of that, right? And inheriting wealth. And we're like, well, they didn't work for that. They don't deserve, right? But we all want to give that to our children or to our loved ones, right? We want to pass down the legacy or their inheritance and say, look, I'm doing this so you don't have to work for it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So, yep, I think it's absolutely, again, even if you're not in touch with who you think you are or in touch with your feelings and your beliefs, you're still going to attract the person that resonates where you are.
Yep.
And then if you start growing and your mindset clears up, then you might look up and say, ooh.
Because I think that's the part that many of us kind of waver on. We still neglect to see the world as a mirror. We still thinking that the people that come into our world come there of their own volition. That we didn't draw them or attract them. That sometimes they got there by accident, happenstance, coinkadink. No, they're there because you drew them.
That's right.
If there are no coincidences, then there can be no free will.
Right.
Right? The people are not there because they wanted to be there. They're there because, and now they're going to think they're initiated, but really you're the broadcaster. You're sending out a signal.
Right.
They're receiving they're matching your energy, your beliefs, your assumptions about whatever. And so they're going to come in to play whatever role you've written subconsciously.
Right.
And a lot of times, like you say, we write things in our subconscious. I know Latox is still trying to work on that subconscious thing, but we write things in our subconscious, sometimes unaware.
Right.
Right? Like you say, we got our minds we don't remember stuff like we really think we do. And some things may take years to play out.
Right.
To bear fruit.
Yes.
To come into bloom. And we're like, where the hell that come from?
Yes.
I ain't do that. Like, how did you get here?
Right.
How did you get here? Nobody's supposed to be here.
Just was getting ready.
Where are you? Salute. Hey, Blaze. Welcome. and we do that, right? We like, how the hell this get here? I know I didn't ask this. I didn't manifest this. What you talking about? This is not who I am. No,
Right.
Like, we gonna argue it down. But we gonna,
Right.
who else did it, boo? If not you, then who?
Then who?
If not you, then who?
Who? Oh yeah. I don't
Go ahead, Latoxi.
What you said makes so much sense because when I first moved into this apartment, I moved downtown from the suburbs, and it was my first time being in like the downtown setting, living in it. So I was noticing, oh my God, there's so many homeless people. There's so many people. Like there were a whole bunch of crazy people. I just kept noticing it because it just didn't exist really out there in the suburbs like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it was it was me trying to like manage my own fear about living on my own or my own again, I should say. But I realized that as soon as I flipped the switch of like, actually, everyone is doing just fine, changing the mindset of there's crazy people everywhere. This happened and that happened. And that stopped happening to me. I stopped experiencing crazy homeless people.
The moment you flipped that switch, huh?
I truly did. I had an experience where a guy had chased me down the street, damn near, yelling at me. He knew he was trying to scare me, but he was clearly crazy and homeless. And that scared the shit out of me. And long story, that happened, a couple of years ago, but I have not experienced anything like that since then. Nothing. No like bad experiences. No one has asked me for money. Like, it's just not been the same experience at all. And I think it's just because I just took my focus away from it. It just stopped being a part of my own internal narrative, Yeah.
That's how it works. As Kevin would like to say, that's how it works. But we know that's how it works. It's all in you. It's all what's going on in your mental activity, in your imagination. That you're impressing yourself with beliefs, and then they play out. Because that's all we talk about subconscious mind. You're impressing, you have a conditioned belief. And if you don't want that belief anymore, you have to recondition it. So we can give it all these these different terms, right? Somebody calls it subconscious mind. Somebody calls it the superconscious. Somebody calls it the imagination. It's whatever. You can call it whatever you want. We call it a program. We call it a conditioning, whatever. It's something, we call it a belief system. Call it a knowing, an assumption. Intuition. It's whatever you want to call it. And so I'm going to go to Handsome Guy, and then we'll go to A-Town. Hello, Handsome Guy. Welcome.
Hey, Prosperous, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am doing wonderful as always. If I'm breathing, then I'm doing wonderful.
Amazing. Love it.
But I like the topic that you have today because you're talking about manifesting. That's SP, or I want to believe that stands for special person. Well, I have a story to tell you about me because I'm a happily single guy, right?
Yes.
And so, to get to this place of being happily single, I had to manifest that I was okay with all that I was and I was worthy of everything. But in that process, I told myself that if I had somebody, I would want them to be a lot like me, want the things that I like, so that it wouldn't be a hard task to wake up in the morning and know what the other person want to do because they're like me. So we'll do the same thing. We'll want to do the same thing. And so how about 2 days ago, I had somebody reach out to me because I had, this has been on my mind. I never really, put all my thoughts into it, but it's been on my mind. It just lingered there. You know what I'm saying? And so how about I had this person contact me that was a birthday twin. And they said just looking at my videos was a breath of fresh air because they had never heard anybody that, you know, speaks with such confidence about being happily single.
Yes, beautiful,
And so
beautiful.
it piqued my curiosity because I'm like saying, well, you know, I've already in my mind manifested that if I choose to be with somebody, it's going to be with somebody that's similar to me. Not thinking that they would be born on the same day that I was born. You know?
Love it, love it, love it. But I do want you to answer one of the questions, handsome guy. And I'm glad that you were able to manifest, you know, your birthday twin.
The question is number 5 is I gotta zoom in because I can't see it that well. Read that one for me because that's the one I want to answer.
Okay. Do you agree that a good or bad relationship is a result of your beliefs, or is it strictly based on the other person's actions?
No, I believe it's based on your belief. I believe it's based on your belief because when you believe something, that's what you manifest. And a lot of times, you know, we don't want to own that part of ourselves, is that, you know, you're dealing with something because that's the something that is giving you trouble. And now you have something physically in front of you that is giving you the trouble that you have manifested. And now you're faced with how to deal with it. And so for me, I say that it's true because I'm a firm believer that I am the author of my journey and my story. So, you know, when I manifest these kind of people, then I have to write them out of my story. You know what I'm saying? I have to write them out of my story. Just like I manifest them, I have to unmanifest them.
Love it.
And sometimes they unmanifest themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Well.
So, but yeah, I truly believe it's about my belief system because, you know, I think when it comes to relationships that when you are very, very direct about how you express yourself, how you make people try to understand you, you want to also manifest that they get what you're talking about. And so, like right now, even with me manifesting this person, I want to believe to myself, I haven't met the person yet. I'm planning on meeting them sometime this week.
Okay.
I want to believe that their belief system is going to be like mine because part of the manifestation was that.
Yes. Love
you know what I'm saying? So I'm curious to find out that, you know, what did I bring to myself? Because I will write it out of my script if it ain't what I
want. I love it.
But no, I just wanted to share that story with you. I just wanted to share it with you.
Thank you for sharing. Love it. We know all will go well. There's no other option. It has to. Right?
Yes.
Love it. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate you. Hello, A-Town. How are you, sir?
Greetings. Can you hear me?
Yes. Loud and clear.
Do you hear the lawn dude in the background?
No.
Okay, cool. Yeah, what's up with it?
Hey, everything is everything.
How's y'all summer camp looking?
Summer camp?
For football, the Bears.
Oh. I haven't watched anything yet. Anything. I'll probably watch this stuff tomorrow because I think today was the first day back. Didn't know the first day of training camp. Yeah, so.
Where they went to?
No, they usually I forget where they practice at. You know.
Okay.
Is it Bourbon? I don't know. It may be Bourbonnais, I think, but I can't remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, for sure. No, I'm loving the ad libs, the submissions, and you know some very peculiar questions. You know what I'm saying?
Do you like them? You like them?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. You can choose one to speak about.
Okay, dope. Let me see. So I guess whatever kind of resonates. For me, let me do. Key is funny. I will say this. Key is funny. I love Key. She is a trip. I'm gonna go with is it okay to go through your partner? Dang. Yeah. So let me do 3 and 4. So
Okay.
4, never ever ever.
Never,
You know
ever,
what I'm saying? I
ever.
don't play
You don't
that.
play them type.
Yeah,
You don't play them
I don't
type of
play-
games. You
yeah,
don't play
I
those
don't.
reindeer
I don't.
games. I ain't mad at
Look,
you. Okay, look.
I caught
Mind your
caught myself.
business, huh?
Yeah, I caught myself trying to thinking I'm being, that dude, and effed around and found out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so no, we don't even do those games, you know what I'm saying? And that's a negative. And not even on the sense of insecurity or whatever the case is. It's not even cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even for mentally, for me, if it even felt wrong, me even trying to even figure something out, you know what I'm saying? It just felt totally wrong. But I'm like, so we was living together, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, nah, nigga, you can't eat. My pride. I was fighting my pride on one shoulder and my whatever on the other shoulder, you know what I'm saying? And ego on the other shoulder, I was like, nigga, what are you doing? Nah, nigga, she can't be doing this in your crib, you know what I'm saying? So I was just fighting, I was battling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the pride got the best of me, you know what I mean? And the ego was destroyed. You know what I'm saying? So the chick had to dip up out of here, you know what I'm saying? And, caught her package, you know what I mean? So, it is what it is, but it allowed me to be able to stand on my business too, like, nah, nigga, we don't play that, you know what I'm saying? Chick, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Anyway, for number 3, I'll go ahead and do number 3 real quick, just a little ad lib. But when is okay for your partner? So is a partner like someone we dating or somebody that we kind of seeing or what?
However you wanna it's your script.
Yeah. So for me, I mean, it ain't even if you feeling like she deserve, if you feeling the unction of, chick want to eat, chicks love to eat. You know what I'm saying? So you go ahead, throw a little plate on. You even able to see how she eat them chicken bones. If she eat them chicken bones like you need to eat them chicken bones, you know what I'm saying? And she ain't, she clean a bone, clean the ribs, you know what I'm saying? She ain't just picking over stuff. She know how to get down. You got you one, you know what I'm saying? So for me, I don't mind. But cleaning maybe, because I like to be able to see, how she upkeeps her own self. Let me see your frequency of picking stuff up and cleaning up behind yourself to see how, what this maintenance is going to be looking like. Because, you just can't, for that. Cleaning and cooking is a little bit different for me. I do like
But how soon are you plating?
How soon? Almost. Yeah, if we come over and so as opposed to going out to eat, right? Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, when is it okay to start? A month in, 2 weeks in? You don't have no certain time frame. It's like whenever you feeling froggy, you gonna leap. Like,
yeah, if I'm feeling froggy, I would definitely, if I know she about to stay over and leave them shoes at the door, you know what I'm saying? And I'm about to cook for her, got some wine, you know what I'm saying, cooking. Yeah, we about to poly. And have a good old time and lock them doors, you know what I'm saying?
So you wake up the next morning and you cooking breakfast, huh? All right. It ain't never too soon to start to fire up. Okay, but cleaning up is a different story. You need some time.
Cleaning up is a different
element.
Story. I need to be able to see, I need to see, is you just a dirty ass motherfucker or is you just, did I just find you at a bad spot? You was just getting ready for me and all this other stuff or something, hair all over the place, whatever the case is. So yeah, upkeep is different than cooking.
Okay.
For sure.
So,
all right.
But it's definitely on the menu. Okay. Because Key was like,
Yes,
it's never
yes,
on the
yes.
menu for her. She's like, no, not even a little bit.
Yeah, that's why I love. Yeah, Key is funny. She says, nope, not ever, never, ever.
So you better go get you a maid or get a chef on in here. You better know how to cook and clean for yourself. I heard that.
So I will say this though too, Toy, real quick, because if you so me, a couple things I'll discover in that. One, you shouldn't want me to clean, right? That's first, right? Because if I am cleaning, like, no, I got somebody, I want to hear, I got somebody to clean that for me, or we go ahead, take care of that. Let's run this through the car. You know what I'm saying? So we can, you know, get that clean. I got that. You know what I'm saying? All my cleaning ladies about to come tomorrow. Let's do that. That's what I'm listening for. That you don't want my hands getting dirty. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm really listening for.
You got soft hands. You got soft hands, A-Town. You're like,
man, yeah, because my time is too precious.
But what about the woman? So what if the woman is about to clean for you? Are you gonna stop her and say, no, baby, we got the service coming through?
I do want to see how she does clean.
Wait a minute. So
I do want to see how she.
You got double standard, but it's your world. I can't even be on. It is your world, so you like no.
I need to
you know, I got soft hands, but she gotta have hard hands. She gotta have some calluses on her hands. You gotta be able to know how to clean. You funny.
Because I want to see how is she know how to clean. You know what I'm saying? Does you have the mentality? I want to see.
She's a house cleaner though.
If she does, then that's cool. Then that's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Because she may not be able to really clean. Some women don't know, just like some men don't. So some men are very good cleaners. Some of them are not. Some women are really good cleaners. Some of them are not. So for you, that's a no-go if they don't know how to clean, but they're maintaining a very clean space by paying someone else to do it. Right.
Yeah. If we can, you know, if we can maintain, because it's a sign for me of your inside. Like if you can. If you know how, if you want to maintain a clean environment, you know what I'm saying? That's a good mind. That's a good space for me to be able to feel comfortable to lay my head and feel comfortable to sit my tail down somewhere. If it ain't, you know, then I'm introspecting your ass. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more.
But they like a clean space. They just don't want to do the cleaning. And you're saying, no, I need you personally.
Well, no. I you know, so a little bit I was being facetious. If she does keep her situation clean, and you know, she does understand, and I understand that. I guess there's a communication, like she either has somebody cleaning or she is a clean person. Mm-hmm. That's the premise. That's the premise. You know what I'm saying? She does clean, but yes. But I do like the intention is there. The intention is there. The clean intention is there. But yeah, I do like to know that a person is, you know, the upkeep is there, you know, and the tidiness is there. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do.
Love it.
We don't because ultimately, I want her to be able to think that our time is worth more than lawn care, almost chefing, and you know, any type of rudimentary situation, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's get somebody to handle that. You know what I'm saying? Our time together or your time period is way more valuable, and you're making the bread to be able to, you know what I'm saying, to handle that. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I love your thank you for sharing your perspective.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes. Love it.
Yes.
Hello, Marcinda. Welcome. You're gonna share with us tonight. Hey.
How are y'all doing?
Hey. Oh, what's happening now? Hey. Listen.
Okay. So
which question suits your fancy?
I'm gonna go with 3.
3. Okay.
So can I give a little bit of backstory real quick?
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay, because I've been up here and I've told you that I have a desire for marriage now, and I never had a desire for a husband, right? Mm-hmm. So now that I have a desire for a husband and I already decided something, I don't want to say too much because I want to give like a reveal to y'all one day, like, right? A manifestation reveal, so I'm not going to tell too much.
Yes.
But, so like I said, I never had a desire because I used to see women in my family, like, doing things for men that wasn't really deserving, if you ask me. I'm like, you cooking for him and he doing this or whatever.
Gotcha.
But now that I've decided on this person, and this person, I feel like the person know I've already decided, but I'm not really sure. But sometimes he'll say things and I think he knows. And he mentioned cooking twice recently. I never enjoyed cooking. I cooked because I had children and I had to feed them.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel.
Yeah, like the kids had to eat. You know,
right. What else we gonna do? Right.
Yeah, like what else we gonna do, right? So I cooked because of that. But now that these children are adults, honey, I'm good on it. Like, I don't ever have to cook again and I would be perfectly fine with that. But now, so when he asked me do I know how to cook? I'm like, yes, I know how to cook. I don't cook often, but I do know how to cook. So I kind of left it at that. And I'm like, okay, Emerson, clearly this man wants you to cook when the thing happens, right? So, because I've already decided what I've decided, you should see all the recipes I got stored in my phone to be cooking. I got all these recipes that I'll be cooking. I talked to my coworker.
Oh, look at you all prepping. You got meal prep. You got meal prep. You like, I'm finna meal prep real good. All
Getting
right.
ready, okay? I'm gonna get you. This is what you want. You want some good food? Okay. I talked to my one of my coworkers. Like, she cooks so good. This woman got all kind of burners and roasters, and I mean, this woman gets busy. Okay.
Right, you planning for that
We
man.
lost you.
We lost you. Oh, are you still there? We can't hear you. Oh, maybe she come back up. I was enjoying it. Oh, yeah. She's like, I'm getting ready. Like, yeah. She has flipped the script. She said, I am ready to say I do. At first, I was talking about I won't, I don't, and never will. Love it, 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 love it. So I guess I can answer number 4. Never done it. Married, I have my husband's code. He has my code. I have never gone through his phone. Ever. Not once. Never desired to, never thought about it. It just won't happen. But I've never done that. I've never went through anyone's phone. Go ahead, handsome guy.
I just wanted to tell you the important part about that manifestation that I was telling you guys about earlier. The crazy part about it all, right, is on TikTok, I actually created an AI-generated video where I was talking about being a whole person and embracing all of your masculinity and femininity. And what I did in this video was, it was me hugging myself, the good me and the bad me. And then in the video, they changed from me being a man to me being a woman. And how about this woman that I manifested looks like the woman in the AI video?
Oh, wow. All right. Ain't that something? Ooh.
That is something, ain't it?
It is something. Oh, wow.
That's dope.
That
She
is
looks
dope.
Like,
What
she
kind of
looks
prompt
like
you
the
use, brother?
woman in the video that's supposed to be the feminine alter ego of who I am.
What's that prompt you use? Send it to me.
What's that?
I said, what's that prompt you use for your AI girl? Let me get that.
You just have to. All it is, AI has TikTok AI has this thing where you can use your screen name and then just write a sentence after it and tell it what you want it to do. Mm-hmm. And so in this particular case, I was saying I want handsome guy 55 because that's my screen name. Handsome guy 55 to be standing on the stage in front of the audience, and there will be a total of 3 images of him. It will be the one that you see, and then it will be the dark side of me, the light side of me, and they will hug each other in an embrace. But also in the prompt, it says you have to embrace all that you are, the masculine of you and the feminine. And when it says that, I changed from hugging myself, the dark and the light side of me, and it changes into women. And the women both look alike, you know what I'm saying? But one is in black and one is in white. And then it ends and says, in order to embrace the full self, you have to become whole, meaning embrace all that you are. And how about the woman looks like the woman in the video? Wow. And it was AI generated. And this is TikTok AI that I use to do that. I love but it. If you go to my page and look at my videos, there's a video that says you have to embrace all that you are, and that's what it says.
I love it.
So right now, I'm very curious to meet this woman because she sent me a picture, and I was like, oh my God, this woman looked like the woman in the damn AI video.
That's they call spooky, like.
It was spooky.
I know, right?
And then the crazy part is she's 45 minutes away from me in the same state that I'm in.
Oh my goodness, man. This
Yeah.
manifestation don't be playing, right? The
It
synchronicities,
does
like
not be playing.
it
It
does.
does not be playing.
Wow. I love it. I love it. I love it.
But I just wanted to share with you guys.
Yeah, thank you for
because, yeah,
sharing. Yes, yes.
manifestation is powerful.
It
You have
is.
to, I've always told people that you have to see yourself doing it before it actually happened. You know what I'm saying? And so I see myself, I didn't, in this reality right now, I'm happy where I am at because all that I want, I ask for nothing and get everything.
Mm.
And so for this to happen, it's just like, okay, I'm cool where I'm at. I'm cool with what I believe. I'm cool with all that this universe has shown me about myself.
I love it.
I'm complete and whole.
That
I ain't
part.
got to look outside of myself for nothing.
I love it. Oh, thank you for sharing. Love that. Give you another share on that. So we're gonna allow Marcinda to finish her story. Hello, Marcinda.
Hey, I
Hey.
didn't realize. I don't know what happened. I think I was finished, but I don't know if y'all heard me.
Nope, we did not hear you. We
hear me?
we
You said
heard
you
we
had
heard you saying you had recipes,
recipes.
and I was like, "Ooh, you doing meal prep?" And that was it.
Yeah.
That's all we
Yeah,
heard.
y'all heard me. Did y'all hear me say my coworker?
Yeah, had the
said
roasters and all
Okay.
that. That was it.
Yeah.
The roasters.
So
Yeah.
that's basically that, though. Like, it's, I'm just lining it all up for when the
Okay.
time happens. You feel me?
Yeah. But I thought
So,
you were
yeah.
gonna answer one of the questions.
The question was 3. Like, I don't feel like it's a particular time. I feel like, I did say that and y'all didn't hear me.
Right.
I feel like whenever it's right. I don't feel like it has to be a month or 2 months when, you start cooking or cleaning for your partner. I think, like I said, I'm doing it. I ain't even with the man yet. Like, we ain't even together, and I'm already talking about what I'm gonna cook and already thinking about what I'm gonna cook. So I feel like it's just when the time is right.
Love it.
Yep.
It's as simple as that.
Simple as that.
So what about the cleaning? So that's the cooking. What about the cleaning? Do you have to like be in each other's space, or you like wait till you get like you're living together? Like,
Yeah, I feel like we would have to be in each other's space for that, for the
Okay.
cleaning.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I probably wouldn't come clean your house when I ain't staying in it. I probably wouldn't. I'm just-
Yeah, to be honest with that. Yeah.
Because to be honest, I pay for people to clean my house a lot of times. So, like, I'm definitely probably not going to come clean yours. But, you never know. Like I said, I got recipes and stuff, and I don't even enjoy cooking. So, who knows what could happen?
I know that's right. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, something I never did. I didn't go over nobody's house cleaning
I
for
ain't
them.
gonna clean your house. Let me live in that joint, didn't I?
Yeah. That's another story. Like, I don't live in it. You better make it do what it do.
I'm trying to tell you. That's all for me.
Hey. Thank you so much. Hey, Lamont. How are you doing? Yep, better make it do what it do. So I
That's it.
appreciate all the shares. Thank you. So we have the artist. You have a question you want to or do you have something to add? Did you have a question you want to answer, or you have something to add? Oh, she dropped. Okay. So these were really, 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 really. Go ahead, handsome guy.
Oh, I don't have anything.
I
don't.
thought you came off mute.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no
I thought
problem.
I was on mute.
Oh, no problem. So it's interesting. So number 1 says, is it better to manifest in stages or all at once? Whatever you deem necessary, right? There is no wrong or right.
What do you mean by that? I don't know what that meant.
Well, I'm going to assume, but the toxic can give more clarity, that deciding to manifest, like say you have a bunch of things that you want, but you're only going to focus on one thing, as opposed to generalizing it and encompassing all things. Because that brings me to a lecture Neville Goddard gave, and it was a one woman that she had a bunch of things that she wanted to manifest, and she just decided that she hit all of them, right? She generalized it, and because I think she wanted like a sewing machine, she needed a new roof, she needed to like change, furniture and all of that. and something happened where she manifested enough money to get all of those things. So she didn't have to like specifically just say, oh, I'm just going to focus on the sewing machine. And then after I get the sewing machine, then I'm going to focus on getting the roof. And then after that, I'm going to focus on changing the furniture, right? She
I see.
decided that she could have all of it.
Right. Okay. I see. I thought it was I thought the question, that's why I wasn't clear.
Yeah. But I could be wrong. So I'll let the
Yeah.
toxic elaborate more on that question.
Well, I thought it was like, do you manifest a friend? Then do you change that manifest? What stages do? I thought it was all in the realm of just the relationship, the just SP part.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Okay, I got it.
I don't know, Latoxic, what did you mean by that? Okay, I see what you said. But if you're manifesting the SP, I guess you would say you would want it, but again, it depends. Some people may just want companionship, or somebody may just want a financial donor, right? Some people just get married or have an SP for various amount of reasons, right? Some people just want to be wined and dined, but don't want that exclusivity, right? And don't want any intimacy. So I really guess depends on what it is you're desiring in the SP. But go ahead, Latoxic.
Yeah, that's actually definitely more what I was thinking of, like how people will be like, oh, I'll manifest a text, or manifest a phone call, or manifest, talking to someone after being in no contact, or that type of thing, versus like going straight to the end of, okay, now you're in a relationship, or now you're married, or whatever it is.
Gotcha. I forget that people do that.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like you're manifesting SP, but you only want a text. Are you sure that's all you want?
I'm telling you, people.
Like what?
That's why there's so much confusion, I think, in the romantic side of the manifestation world, because it's all very much so focused on like, what is that person doing today? The breadcrumb, breadcrumb's not the right word, but what do they call it? Birds Before Land.
The BBL. That's what they call it. I was dying when not BBL.
Oh shoot, there's another word, I can't think of it right now, but yeah, that type of thing where they're like, oh, I've seen the signs, the signals of whatever it is, right? And in my mind, that's why I think where I used to be deep into that world. That's how I got into manifestation. Of course, was through trying to manifest an SP. And obviously I've been manifesting before that, but I didn't know that it was that. I didn't know that that's what I was doing. But that's how I got into this side of things with the Neville Goddard of it all and all that. But so that whole world of like trying to manifest these little things, and like looking at this person and seeing how they're acting, and them acting a certain way, and trying to manifest out of that. I mean, just some really, really heavy stuff, right? Or very time consuming, very like...
Yeah, they were making it complicated.
Emotionally taxing stuff.
Yeah.
So now that, of course, I've, moved away from that, it's like, okay, it's quite clear. Like, you can just decide what you want. And then... again, the how is, like we talk about, is not up to you, but you can decide what it is you want, and the universe will finagle itself. It will bend itself to what you want.
Yep. And I think the reason why people do stages, because because someone told them, well, if you've never did it purposefully, you want to start small.
Yeah.
Which is why I like Neville Goddard, because he never taught that way.
Right,
he never
100%,
taught start
100%.
small. He always taught, what do you want? See yourself in the end of having it, right? Because his whole first manifestation was going to Barbados with no money.
Yeah.
That ain't really starting small. He wasn't talking about manifesting a sandwich or manifesting a parking space. Oh, yeah, when cars went around then, but you know what I mean? Well, maybe cars were around then, but he wasn't talking about, he was all about, let me focus on what I want so I can prove this thing is real, because of his teacher, right? His teacher was like, you're in Barbados. Even though he had no money, he had no idea how he would get there, And so that whole, I just, I think people get so obsessed with the whole manifesting an SP back, they were losing the plot.
Yeah.
It
We're
was
looking at all the small things, right? Of like, oh my God, did he text me today? Is he, following someone new? I mean, just the most time-consuming way to do it. Like the what do they call it? Like, not the shortest path, but like the longest route, the longest way around to getting it. And I think it's because people want what they want now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where this whole thing of like, you can manifest instantly comes from, which is true, but it kind of ignores the point of the way that things happen is always going to feel natural and in the natural order of things, right?
Yeah.
So
I think that was probably the biggest. Yeah, that was the biggest. I don't know, to make people seem like they needed someone is to tell people, well, if you're not manifesting instantly, you're doing it wrong.
Right. I've seen that a lot and heard that a lot. And it's like, I mean, sure, some things do manifest instantly, but it's not usually planned that way. I'm not saying it can't happen. Of course it happens. But the whole thing of, I'm fascinated by the fact of things having to happen in a very natural and normal way. I'm fascinated by that fact because it's like, that's the only limitation of any of this. Like, and sometimes it's not, sometimes there is no limitation. Sometimes it just is, it just happens. But that's the only limitation to what it is that you want and having it.
Oh, the natural normal way?
I mean, I mean to say that, like, it doesn't always have to happen that way. Like, things can just happen kind of randomly. Like, I was thinking to myself,
I think it's a natural normal way. You may just not know all the natural normal ways it took.
Like,
some things you may be unaware of, but that still doesn't mean it didn't happen in natural. Like when we talked about when Miss Kitty and Miss Teddy were talking about, she manifested flowers and Miss Kitty manifests the lettuce, right?
Yeah.
They don't know all of the things that went on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Miss Teddy just knows she's at the checkout, and here comes somebody with flowers. She doesn't know how the person got it, where they got it. Like that, those details are unnecessary, right? But we do know that the flowers didn't fall off the sky.
Right, exactly.
It was not raining flowers, right? It wasn't raining flowers.
From heaven situation.
Ain't no food for coming from and ain't no manna raining from heaven. Not simply, right? We know Miss Kitty, the lady, she either grew the lettuce or she wouldn't purchase it from the store or somebody gave it to her. It happened in a natural normal way. What we do know, it did not just no abracadabra lettuce appeared. That's not how it works in the 3D. Even when it comes to healing the body, there are things happening, right, from a chemistry and physiology way that maybe we may not be aware of, but on a cellular level, it is happening in a normal way where things are being reconnected and redesigned in there, and science telling us that cells, we are new beings every 7 years, right? We're never the same being, they say 7 years, it could be 2 years for all we know, but they're sticking to that 7-year plan. But we know that things can be sped up based on what? Your belief system.
100%. It's just fascinating to me because I agree with Miss Kitty. Someone can truly be dropped on your doorstep. I think I've told that story before. But yeah, I mean, like some things can just happen instantly, but like something that seems like it's happening instantly, like you said, has a whole series of events that happen behind the scenes. Like I told y'all how this guy knocked on my door and was like, I really love your piano playing. And and mind you, my perfect type, okay, showed up at my front door. Okay. So the thing is, I've been playing piano for several months. Before that ever happened, I did not think that was, what I was going to encounter.
Right.
Certainly wasn't doing it for that reason. But you just never know. You never know how shit happens. It can happen all at once. What's everything everywhere all at once,
Yep. It's all at once. Like DNA mindset matters. Hey, hey, hey. She said, I heard that 7-year thing, but truly we are new. We are a new person every time we consciously make a decision.
Yes, I wholeheartedly agree with that.
Yep.
Decisions are portals.
Yep. And then on this
Okay,
third
so
dimensional plane, there's
I have a
a bridge
question.
of
I'm sorry.
incidents. Go ahead.
So since we're talking about the natural way versus I don't know versus, but things happening in a natural way. Is it natural? What's natural in the realms of relationship for the picking? I mean, do we, I always grew up with the idea that the man that men are hunters. So the man is supposed to pick you, or is it okay for the woman? Well, generally women pick, but men don't know we've picked. They just fall into the field. But,
Well, I reached out to my husband first, something I never did before.
what?
I reached out to my husband first.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something I had never, once that switch had flipped in my mind that I could have what I wanted, and I was on a dating app. I was on a dating app previous to that before the switch flipped. But then it was natural for me to do it. I was no anxiousness. It wasn't, oh, I can't believe I'm doing this. I never did this before. It was just as easy as had he reached out to me first. I wasn't worrying about, oh, is he gonna like me? Oh, is he gonna think I'm too forward? None of those thoughts into my mind. I just did it. It was a natural thing, even though I had never done it before. There's no wrong or right.
Yeah.
Yep. Did you want to say anything else before? I'm gonna come to you, Roger Trout, and Troutman, just one second.
No, I'm done. I was just wondering what.
Yeah, I don't think there's any rules. I don't think it's any rules
Yeah.
to dating. Society tells you there's rules, right?
Right.
I don't, but because you are the operant power and you write your own script, is there really any rules? The rules are set by you, right?
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Hello, Roger Troutman. How are you?
Oh, hello. How y'all doing?
Oh, doing great. How you doing?
Well, the exchange here and the fellowship. So yeah, like the natural thing is that what is natural is. So there you go. It's just, you don't have to manipulate. You don't have to, what's the word? You don't have to do anything. It naturally is because it is.
Mhm.
There you go. So there's no rules. You are the rules. You're the rule. And as far as the traditional roles or whatever, that's that treason. That steals what's natural alignment and stuff like that. So you don't even have to do it. It's the grace thing, I guess is what I want to say. It already is. So, you just kind of become the manifestation of your existence.
Yep. I think the natural is the least path of resistance, right? Where you're not interrupting the flow of your manifestation.
Absolutely. You don't have to do anything. It's just
Yep.
grace.
Yep.
You don't have to work. You don't have to prod. You don't have to manipulate. You don't have to set things up. You don't have to be cunning, because it already is.
Oh, I love that, because it already is. So did you want to answer any one of the 5 questions up there?
I was looking at number 5, trying to see it. I don't have my.
Oh, okay. It says, do you agree that a good or bad relationship is a result of your beliefs, or is it strictly based on the actions on the other person's actions?
Probably most likely both.
Do tell, do expound.
It's because your beliefs and your focus on somebody else's behavior, and maybe trying to control that, and you lose sight of quite literally yourself, and you're not minding your business. So yeah, I think it's both. If it's bad because That's what you manifest. That's what you created.
So then
Pretty
how is
simple.
it the other person's actions then, if it's just solely your beliefs?
It's
How
both,
does the other
because
person's actions play into that?
good question. It plays into it because you probably focus too much on somebody else's performance and and your expectation of them, and so you get your face broke.
Ooh, not you get your face broke. But aren't their actions just a reflection of your beliefs?
Absolutely, that's what it's like. A circle in my mind. It's like a circle. It's a circle. It's a cycle. It's a cycle that just keeps going around. Your bad beliefs, your bad relationships is from your bad beliefs, and you focusing on someone else's bad behavior. Mind your business.
So is it their bad behavior, or is it your assumptions about their actions?
It's like what came first, the chicken or the egg? You feel me?
Well, the thought came first before the
Right.
action.
I mean,
Right?
You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's a cycle. It's a vicious cycle.
It is.
And it is the most toxic, draining shit to be involved in when you're like, well, you're doing this and you're doing that. And here's my expectation. Well, that's so you lived up to your expectation and got your face broke.
Woo!
I mean, it sounds jacked up. I'm telling you, we've been there, done that on both sides.
Yep.
And you just got to really like mind your business, do what you're supposed to be doing, whatever that is. Because it's two becoming one. It's like two things coming together, and it's not addition, it's multiplication. It's exponential. That's what you're supposed to be building. If it's not that, then it's counterintuitive and it's toxic AF.
It is.
It's the recipe for no contentment, no not enough sufficiency, because you're focusing on the wrong stuff.
Yep. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Yep.
I mean, real talk.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it can be women in like a marriage, for example. And I have just seen this with friends and stuff and family members. They're involved with the dude that they got it in their mind. They've created this thing where this dude is an idol or something. Like, I gotta have him. They're like chasing him down. Finally, the dude agrees to marry her because they got a little package, a little bun cooking. They get married, and the whole script gets flipped. Now he can't do nothing right. I'm like, you know what? That is some toxic, twisted shit. So you just really got to mind your business and focus on yourself. I mean, first and foremost, and then you'll be able to. That when you do that, you get that in feeling, and then your cup overflows type thing.
Yes.
So we're talking about like real talk, real experiences. And I think a lot of times the ladies are guilty of that. They're going to control their husband. He going to do this, he going to do that. Like, okay, you walking down Face Broke Boulevard.
But it's on both sides. It's just not women, it's men as well, right? Especially we're coming to an age where we're moving or deconstructing that patriarchy mindset. Right, where it's the man is the head of the house, so that means he makes the rules and the woman has to submit, or that, this whole pick me phase we found ourselves in that just lasted way too long. And we could give thanks to religion and patriarchy for that, right? Telling a woman her value was only placed through the lens of a man. If a man did not see a woman as worthy as making her his wife, then she's what is she, an old maid? She gonna die with cats, right? Like we just write her off with this negative story of being, a spinster, like a woman's whole life was based on if she can be chosen by a man and bear his children and adopt his name.
For sure. And that's that traditional treason beat bull crap. For my existence and my upbringing in my family, the dynamic in my family is highly matriarchal driven.
Okay.
So I can't relate to any of that.
So you can't relate to any of that.
Any of that. And Roger was, that's my dad and our dad, the legacy.
Oh, okay. We was wondering, like, well, my husband was asking. I guess I should have asked you, like, why you call yourself? Okay, all right. I'm gonna start calling you Mrs. Troutman then.
That's fine. It's Roger Troutman works because
okay.
I am him. I am.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and there's 12 of us. But anyway, so watching him, the way he had lots of romantic situations. I mean, a lot, with no limit. He was a no limit soldier. And a lot of those artists are because they're wildly sensitive.
Okay.
And they're subject to their sensibilities. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we watched him a lot, was on the road with him and everything, and saw how women, this is no woman bashing thing. It's just really because there's no male or female. It's people.
Yes.
But I saw it, and he would say, okay, so as a young lady, this is how you respond to this type of situation. So we would see at him.
Oh, you're breaking up.
Oh, am I still breaking up?
We can hear you now, but I didn't hear what you said. As a young lady, this is how.
Well, he was very instrumental in how a young lady should behave and how what a young lady looks like in a romantic type of relationship. And the examples would be what not to do.
Mm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
They would be what not to do, because the ladies that were around him on the road and stuff, they were just throwing themselves at him, and they were very chasing dudes down. I had never seen anything like that before ever. Because in my family the women aren't that way, and so I was puzzled. I saw him walk away one time with two women, and they was all. I'm like, what are you gonna? I'm just scratching my head, what are you gonna do with both of them, Dad?
Right.
He said, this is what he said. I was 16. He said, I am going to have sex with them. I was like, oh, what? Both of them? He's like, look, these ladies are. These are the type of ladies that they want that. They want me to, they want me to do this. They want me to take advantage of them in this way. That's why they're here. They're groupies there. I was like, what? And he said to me, and if I ever even hear about you acting like this in any kind of way, he said, I will deal with you myself. I can tell you the impact that made on me and my brothers and sisters alike.
Yeah.
So that a lot of that stuff, those traditional, is that they just don't resonate.
Right.
Because it's truly you create and manifest for your specific purpose and calling.
Mm-hmm. Now, did your family or they're aware of manifestation? Is this where you learned it from, or was it as you got older, or was it something that was taught to you as a child?
It was demonstrated to me as a child. We didn't talk about it and read scripture and stuff like that, but I learned about it at church and Bible studies and Bible colleges and stuff like that.
Oh, you went to Bible college. Oh.
I sat under the teaching of one of our pastors at the church that I went to. Every department had a pastor, and the pastor for the singles ministry was a professor at Denver Seminary.
Mm.
And those guys, those seminary professors, they know the historical background. They know about the economic situation, the political situation that was going on during Nehemiah's time. So it would be professor of each book of the Old Testament. And it was mind blowing. The teaching that we got from those small groups and stuff like that. So that's where some of that like manifestation and stuff came from, where the Christ consciousness started to kind of like make a little bit more sense. And then it really kind of came about from joining platforms like yours and other content creators on TikTok and other social media outlets.
Oh, okay. Cool. Because I know I was seeing, some YouTubers and TikTok, content, and they were saying a lot of the seminary schools and Bible colleges that they were told by the instructors to, not give the congregation the full story, to spoon feed them and contextualize scripture. That they weren't really told, about, they're not supposed to give the historicity of the Bible or anything like that, but just make sure that they only give them a little bit of the truth and then, contextualize it. So that's why you always hear, especially I noticed from Eastern Orthodoxy, they love to debate the scriptures and to talk about the contextualization of script and how they try to interweave that message and make it their doctrine. And they want to show you where, they like to talk about church fathers and, Christian scholarship, because they're so into the history of Christianity instead of really the messaging of the doctrine.
Yeah, I'm familiar with what you're talking about. And I think there is a lot of that in, by and large. Fortunately for where I was at the time, in my like development and stuff and awakening, it was very gifted, spiritually gifted teachers and who seemed to be have a devotion for the faith. Mm-hmm. And so when we would go, we would take like field trips to this seminary, and it would be they would go on like a little excursions, like they would go to the part of town where there's a lot of homeless people and stuff, and just go out there and hang out with them, and go to the restaurants where they hang out, like with the people who are missing teeth and stuff like that is the waitress. And so those particular teachers, they had like a big heart, if you will, for the faithful part of the Christ consciousness and goodwill toward, like humanity. Okay. So that was very fortunate for me, because I did hear about some of that weird stuff though, and in the context, in the sense of it being a business. The church is a business. That's that family's business.
Yes.
So I would just like get straight way back away from those kind of people, because I had this really serious righteous indignation and zeal for the truth, and like a hunger for it, because I knew that a lot of stuff that had been presented, not just in church but at school and stuff, it was big ass cap. Mm-hmm. So yeah, and that was the people around me at that time. What we manifested was ourselves, like-mindedness, and it was really powerful, and it was impactful for my development and stuff, and those people at that time too. So yeah, I mean, but I had heard about that weird stuff. It was just very fortunate for us that that particular seminary professor brought all of that, his teaching and stuff, and learning and all that right directly to our church and our small groups. Nice. And some of those people were weird though. I gotta say, they're very, very bizarre people. Very bizarre. He would like have them come to his house, and his wife would cook dinner, and it would be like 20, 30 singles there, and these really weird dudes would just be talking about scripture like Nehemiah, like they went and had, like that was a homeboy or something. So
sounds like you have had a rewarding religious background, because that was not.
Sir, I don't want to interrupt you, sir, not
I'm
religious.
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm trying to compliment what you said. I just seemed like your experience was very rewarding for you to even be able to come onto a platform where this is not really Christian based, but I do get with the Christ consciousness, because to go into communities and help people and see people that need help, that's an awesome thing. And so I'm admiring you for what you have shared with us this evening. And sorry to interrupt, because I didn't want to do that. What you're saying is powerful.
Absolutely, absolutely. She's on Teacup now. Maybe she'll come back. Hey, Key, welcome back.
Hey, y'all, I came back. I was, and I missed that. She said Roger Troutman was her father.
Yes.
Ooh,
That's what
girl,
I said. Yeah.
Oh my God, computer love. That's all I gotta say. The example of all time in my book. Actually, I would say when I was younger, I had 2 cassette tapes, and that was New Edition and that was Zach and Roger. Those were the only 2 I had, and I played them repeatedly until the tape popped. Okay.
Oh wow. Nice.
But I know when I was leaving, we were talking about number 5, and we kind of were like, And so I read it again when I got back. And I'm like, no, wait a minute, Key. It literally said, do you agree that a good or bad relationship is the result of your beliefs? And in my head, I heard you saying, but who's the one judging it? Right?
Yep.
Yeah, I was like, oh, right. I'm the one who's saying it's good or bad. It's me. So I have to believe that it's good or bad, right? So I'm like, got it. No wonder why it was like blank stare. I'm like, my girl looking at me like blank stare through the phone. Like, I don't like that. Like, I don't like that. Like, but okay, so the way I was looking at it was that I was thinking, like, I know everyone, is our mirror, but let's say I meet someone and I'm operating from the old identity, right? So at that point in my life, I ain't think highly of myself, standards low, tolerated stuff I shouldn't have, and I attracted qualities that were familiar, right? They were not healthy. They weren't necessarily healthy, and they weren't really aligned with what I felt like I want. And then something changed. I worked on myself, started developing my self-concept. I believe I'm worthy. I start valuing my peace, and I believe in abundance, healthy communication. And then I become this different version or a different identity. Now, everybody's my mirror. And I'm no longer attracted to this person anymore, right? But they're reflecting the old version of me. So I guess that's where I'm stuck, because yeah, technically it's based on my beliefs, but I don't believe that no more. Does the person so I'm thinking of 1 or 2 ways. Either we going to either walk away because I'm like, this is not for me, or they're going to step up to match me. Exactly. Right? So that's kind of where I was coming from.
Okay. So their actions their actions are eventually matching the person you say you are. Yes, like I always say, the 3rd dimension beats slow, right? So you have to allow the external to catch up to the inner. So you're saying a judgment again that they're showing you an old state. But who's saying they're showing you an old state? Who's decided that what they're seeing is old news?
It's me. It's
always you.
But it's a rightful judgment.
Is it?
Because
I mean, it's your judgment. You're deciding it's good or bad, wrong or right. You're eating off the tree of knowledge of good, and you're eating from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Because you could just say it's old news, and that, right, like you just said, either they're going to move into the state that matches who I am now, or they have to go away. So you yourself don't have to do anything. You've already done the work. You've done what was necessary. You changed the inner state. The outer state must change. it must change. That's all. But the fact that you're looking at the circumstances and deeming it as an old state is because you're looking at the circumstances and deeming it an old state. You have the ability to ignore it though, correct? And not entertain the old state.
I do have the ability to ignore it and not entertain the old state. But why would I want to do, like, why would I choose to do that? I guess is the question. Like, just for the sake of what? Why not attract to me the person that matches who I am now?
You are attracting unless you make that what you're seeing the result.
Say it again.
Unless you're making what you're seeing the end result, right? Because you're the new person, but you're seeing in the old state play out. What you gonna do with that? This is your story. Okay, I'm the new person. I'm seeing the old state play out. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna walk away.
Okay. There's no wrongness there. But the old state is still a part of you. Right? The states only disappear when you withdraw attention. But just because you left Illinois and went to California, that doesn't mean Illinois no longer exists.
No.
It just means it's no longer a part of your awareness because your awareness now is California. But you got the ability to be in California and think of Illinois, correct?
Yes.
And if you keep identifying with Illinois while you're in California, are you really going to enjoy California?
No. Right, and that's kind of what I was thinking, because I'm like, why would I like Illinois, so I'm going to say, why would I be in Illinois when I really enjoy California? So why would I be with someone who's still reflecting the old state if I'm currently in the new state? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how
right, but who's saying you would still be with them? Who's saying that you would still be with them?
Who said? Oh, no, I would. I'm not. Well, I was saying that if I chose to stay with.
Why would you choose to stay? Why would you choose to stay with an old state if that's impossible? You can't occupy two states at the same time.
Right. So what I was asking was, why would I, if I enjoy my new state, but I'm still seeing reflections of the old state when I'm with someone, how can I enjoy that?
Right. Who said that you would?
Right. Yeah. But no,
See, but you're the one deciding that the old state is still prevalent. You're the one deciding that you're still seeing the old state. How is it that you've changed and you can still identify and recognize the old state?
I still remember. So like, I guess it's still, so you don't never remember how you operated in the old state?
There's no staying there. There's no, right? So it's like when you get divorced, right? When you divorce the person way before you physically divorce, right? Like you check out of a marriage way before it's finalized and papers and everything, right? Mentally, you've done it, even though the person may still be physically there. Are you still identifying as a married woman?
No.
Are you engaging with them? You're treating your whole mentality is different because you've checked out of the relationship, even if the person still may be physically in your space. Right?
Right.
You don't even care that you used to be married. You don't even care if you used to be married to them and how it used to be 5 years ago. You worried about the now. And now I no longer want to be with this person. And so mentally you're not. Regardless of regardless of the physical representation you're seeing, that doesn't have null effect. You're not going to give that energy, correct?
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
Yeah.
All right, so the person being there, it doesn't mean anything. It's just now. It just means what? The outer has to catch up to the inner. Well, now it's a breach of incidents that have to occur. Okay, yes, we got to go before the judge. Yes, we got to sign papers. We got to do whatever. We got to do the things to finalize that this marriage is really over, right? But say you're not married and you were living with the person, but you decided, I'm checked out of the relationship. The guy just not doing it for me no more. I've changed my mindset. I deserve better. I should be treated with like a queen. I should be treated with, the guy should be treating me with chivalry and love and can't handle me with care. Even though you haven't physically left the apartment yet, you're mentally left the relationship, right? So even though he may be physically there, you already making plans. I'm gonna have somebody pack up. I'm gonna give me a moving truck. The things have to take place. The person may still be in your physical presence. You may still be seeing the reflection of a state that you no longer identify with. But you're not engaging with it, right?
Right.
You're not entertaining it. You already left the apartment before you left the apartment.
Yeah. But to your point is that in due time, if I chose to
start reminiscing the old state, romanticizing the old state, yeah, you may fall back into that state. Yep.
Or even stay, that person would eventually have to. And I think that's the part I struggle with.
Oh, that the person can actually be the person that you want them to be. But that's because you have to decide that you want to see them differently. A lot of people don't want to do that. They're like, that's too much. I ain't got time to be wasting my mindset on trying to see another person differently. I just want a whole nother situation.
Yeah.
But some people have been married 10, 15 years. They have small children, what have you. And they know that the reason why the relationship is where it is because they recognize they were thinking a certain way. And the person had to play out that role. So what I'm going to do if I want to keep my family together? Or I'm going to imagine that my husband, actually the man I want him to be, he going to show up for me because I decided that's how he should be. Because I'm going to stop thinking of him as a jerk or unaccountable or as a womanizer or a liar, not managing the money. I'm going to do a whole reset when it comes to this marriage because I desire to still be with this person because something happened where this is not the person that I married and I'm not the person I was when I married him and I need to check myself. Some people are willing to do that. You hear it all the time. They're like, our marriage is on the rise. I found out my husband was cheating on me. And I understand that my thinking, my insecurity, my low self-esteem was a part of why this had to play out this way. But I love it. I love him. Good, great father. It was 2 or 3 years ago, was a great husband. I need to change the way I'm thinking and I'm perceiving this marriage. And I'm going to restore it in its rightful place. So I want to operate in forgiveness and repentance.
Okay.
That's why it's never a wrong decision. People restore families and marriages and some people walk away. People have to do whatever they feel that they can do what's possible for them. Nothing is impossible. But at the end of the day, it's your choice. It's your world. Right. It's your reality. It's your story.
Wow.
Yeah, not everybody leaves because a man or a woman cheats.
That's right. That's such a cheap. That's a cop out. If you ask me, that's just a cop out. Oh, they cheated. Okay, come on.
Cheat back. Just cheat back. Like, what's the big deal?
But it's just such a right. Why did they cheat? Like, what was really, really, really going on? Come on.
Whether it's a woman or the man, because women cheat just as well as men do, right? Mm-hmm. But a lot of people don't. Here's the thing. This is why I say, that's why I had the second question. Or is the bad or good relationship strictly based on the other person's actions? Well, in a bad relationship, most people are going to say the relationship is bad because of their actions. Because they were a liar, they were a cheater, they were unfaithful, they were disloyal, they never was right. Like they're going to say it's the person's actions. That's the reason for the bad relationship. But we know, being the operant power and being the creators of our experience, that it could never have been their actions. Their actions were just reflecting what? Our beliefs. See, we believe that their relationships are hard and marriages are difficult, and you're gonna have ups and downs of relationships, and somebody may stray, and people don't know how to be faithful. And if you got a man, you better know he gonna cheat, because men just cheat. That's just what they do, right? That's what society tells you. Men just gonna cheat. I don't care how pretty you are. You can be, what's her name? Short haircut. Can't think of her name. What's her name?
Everybody cheated on Halle Berry.
Halle Berry, right? Halle Berry. That's what I was thinking about. You could be Halle Berry. You could be Nia Long, right? Halle Berry. What? She's in her. Well, I'm 50, so when she's 60s, she finally got her. She's still in her 50s too. So she finally got her man, right? She finally said she found her relationship. Nia Long still looking, right? Right? Because it's not about outside, is what they truly believe on the inside. And when all you gotta do is listen to them talk, listen to them interviews. They telling themselves.
Yeah.
Like Diana Ross's daughter. What's her name?
Oh, Tracy.
Tracy Ellis. Tracy Ellis Ross, right?
Tracy Ellis, sorry.
Right, yeah, Tracy Ellis Ross, right? All you gotta do is listen to him. I'm too top tier. To find a man that can match me is going to be difficult.
And they know good and hell well. Let me cut, sis. They know good and hell well. They want them some ding ding. Knock it off.
I'm sure they get it though. Come on now. They may not have what's her name? Nia said that.
No, sis. Those chicks. No, it's slim pickings in that industry. Okay, so they know good. That's what they tell themselves. That's the narrative that they get to play out. Like Toya's saying, like they said, well, marriage is hard, it's difficult. Well, then why in the world would anyone sign up for that bullshit? Hello?
They're conditioning us to accept struggle. We've been conditioned and programmed to accept struggle, unnecessary struggle, because there is no reason that a marriage needs to be difficult other than you make it one.
They both said though that they did not desire marriage. So, I know for sure Nia Long said that because she was just on Angie Martinez.
Yeah, because ain't nobody married. It's easy to say I don't desire marriage now because she had been in these relationships where these men are cheating on her, and because
that doesn't stop a person from getting married. If she desired marriage, that
some people get hard. And they think that it's impossible. They look at their age, they look at past relationships, and they draw these conclusions. It'd have been different if she had said she never wanted to be married, but we know she wanted to marry that last guy.
Who cheated on her ass.
I think people say it out of, again, yes, okay, you 50-something years old. Maybe now in your life you are really saying marriage is just off the table now. I get it. Especially when you're telling me, especially when you're
never important.
Oh, okay. Then why did she just stay with the people that was cheating on her then?
Well,
I'm sure that wasn't the first time. It's just, she even said she got upset because it became public. She said the fact that the organization with the Celtics or whatever, the fact that they released it to the public, she said she felt like that wasn't the right thing to do, the way they handled it. It should have been something personal and private.
She's above.
So that man ain't just been cheating on her that one time. We don't know what she was doing.
She even played the part. She played the part of the best man. That's her part. That's
I mean, yeah, you're right. I don't know these women personally. I'm not gonna say Tracy Ellis Ross was always saying she didn't want to be married. I've seen a couple of her interviews, and because at first I thought she was that she didn't like men. I thought that wasn't her interest. I thought her interest was women. But then when because the couple of interviews I did see of her, it was more or less, it wasn't that I don't want it. I just think it's going to be difficult to come by.
Yeah.
That's what I was hearing. Now, Nia Long, I didn't really listen to any of her interviews. I will have to go back before this situation. Because that's maybe what she may be now, but is that something she always was saying, that she didn't want to be married? I mean, life can make you feel like, again,
to say I don't want to be married is not saying I don't want a man.
Right.
I'm saying?
True. Yeah. You're right.
But we know,
You're right.
we do know.
But I still
that
think
they
people
have a
want
man. I mean,
right. People may be okay with open relationships. I guess if you're okay with open relationships, you know, being public people and being in open relationships, you know, to think that that type of thing is not going to come out being a celebrity, I don't know what cave we living under. Because what if you're in an open relationship and you're okay with the man going elsewhere and you're a celebrity, how do you think that's not going to come out and that's not going to be, fodder for the tabloids and for the news media?
well, remember they talk about it. Remember how when I know this turns into celebrities, but like Will Smith and Jada, and it was like I always thought it was rumors that they were open, that they were married for so long and were had an open relationship, and no one believed it for years until it came out. And when
But then they
came
saying they weren't even together. The togetherness was a facade. They had already decided they were going to do their own thing, that they weren't living together, but they wanted the appearance of a good marriage.
Yes.
So they supposedly weren't even together when when they doing it, when she sleeps with August Alsina and all of that. Like, they're not even supposedly together.
They weren't monogamous.
Their business
Is it? Yeah.
partnership.
Yeah.
That's what it is. This is, it's not all romantic and stuff. That's the other crazy part. Everybody's like, oh, Harlequin romance, walking down the beach. Like, that's not like for real all the time what a relationship is made of. I mean, as a single, is your life always romantic? Are you always romantic with yourself? No. Okay, this is business. Them people, there are two corporations that are wildly lucrative that come together. It's a business partnership. But they're not gonna get divorced. Okay, that's.
But they said it. They said bad marriage for life.
That's okay.
They did.
Because they're not going to break up the business.
Yeah.
That's why the words are so important. Like, oh, I don't want marriage, but them queens want a man. I mean, stop with it. And it's before all of the celebrity stuff. It goes back to what I was talking about before. They walk down Facebook Boulevard. But because they're celebrities and all that, and this pride and everything, it's like, that can't happen to me. Yes, you're not above being cheated on. As fabulous as you are, sis. Hello.
Yeah, because celebrity just mean a whole lot of people know you, right?
That's all.
Right. It doesn't make you, above the law of mind. And we know we want to act like they're exceptions because they're celebrities. No, the law does not have respect of persons. We know the reason why their life is playing out the way it is because of belief system. Even if they want to claim it's smoke and mirrors, or they're doing this for the cameras, or they're doing this, they still have a way of thinking. And that's going to play out for everyone to see.
Absolutely. They say it out of their own faces.
And so, I'm not saying that the end goal should be marriage for anybody. Because, yes, we're moving past that mindset again. We're thinking that a woman's value is found in a relationship with a man, or in a relation period, that anyone's value is substantiated by being chosen by another being. Your value is based on whatever you substantiated with.
Yeah. And that was like my whole thing, which I don't argue with people about it, but like when people say, oh, well, why aren't they married and all this other stuff, and why don't they? I'm like, they wanted to be married, they would be. I mean, like, come on now. They may not be with a faithful husband, but
I know people that want to be married that's not married because they truly don't believe it's possible for them. Some people really think that they're waiting on God and that they're saying what they want, but again, belief. Belief. People are saying they want things, but don't actually believe it's possible for them.
They can have it.
Right. So I was going by what I was hearing them say, not necessarily what I was seeing them do. Because all the times the words and actions don't align. Because I know a lot of people, especially let's go to the church house, right? In the Black church, what is it mostly made of?
Black women.
Black single women. Yeah. And what are they told that their value comes from?
They're waiting for their husband. They waiting to get
you want to tell me all those women don't want to be married? That's why they're not?
Oh, they want to be married.
See, I don't know. I don't know. Some of them do, some of them don't. I don't know.
You go ahead and get them a husband.
Right.
So
Right.
right
No, I
there-
didn't say all of them. I'm saying I know
think some
some
of them do.
personally. I know some personally that was their desire because I used to be there. I was part of the church.
Same.
And I was one of the people that came in when there long and got married. Where some people were there, grew up all their life, same age as me, and still waiting on a man. I'm on my second marriage and they still haven't married, right? So maybe some of them gave up on it for whatever reason and decided that that's okay. And some people are like, and again, being in the church, they really teach you that you have to suffer through the marriage, right? And so and like you hear when people say, I've seen so many examples of, like Marcenda was saying, I didn't think I want to be married because of the examples I was seeing my family and my friends go through with marriage. I don't want that to be me. And some people don't decide not to get married just for that reason, because of someone else's experience. Or they're like, I see all of these divorces and I see all of these hardships. Oh, I'm glad I never got married because I just couldn't. I don't want to go through that, right? They think that someone else's experience dictates theirs.
Mhm.
Not recognizing you get to write the story.
For yourself, that's right.
You get to say what marriage looks like, what role each person plays in that relationship. There is no cookie cutter. There is no should, you must do. He got to do this and you got to do this. And men should only be doing this and women should only be doing that. It's whatever you think it should be, and that's how it will be.
Yeah, my favorite is marriage is modern day slavery. That's every time I hear it, I just crack up laughing. Like, what in the world? But I have a friend, a dear friend, who she's 50, she's my age, and maybe 2 years ago, she had a hysterectomy and she had never had kids. And so she was really distraught about having a hysterectomy. And she was like, I never had kids. And I said, I just asked her a question. And I'm like, did you really want kids though? And she was like, I really, really wanted kids. And I'm like, well, why didn't you have any?
That part. When you're a woman, you got a uterus, you got a vagina, you got a uterus.
Why didn't you have none? I mean, unless you physically can't, you can't, unless you physically can't have kids, right? Because some people just physically can't have kids, whatever. But she could, and she just did. And I was like, well, why didn't you have any? And she was like, I was waiting on a husband. And I'm like, okay. Yeah. So, and it was sad because, like I said, she was so distraught about not having kids. She didn't care about the husband now that she's 50, but she was so distraught about not having kids. And she keeps saying, who's going to be there for me when I get older and all this other stuff.
Well, she can adopt, right?
She didn't want to. Yeah. So,
yeah,
but,
I was too. She
or have a surrogate.
She didn't have any kids either, and she would start to cry about it because she's with all these goofy dudes that she was with, and it was like, well, why didn't you? Do you know how easy it is to get you a baby when you're a woman?
Yeah.
And hello, I mean, it's just it sounds to me, it sounds a little silly.
Comedy break. So this is so funny. I can't believe I'm sharing this, but unless somebody else want to go. But I remember when I was my son. I hope you guys hear from him. But when I was pregnant with my son's father, I wanted a child. I always wanted a child. I didn't care about marriage, right? So he didn't want one. He had an older daughter, and so he didn't want a child. And I'm like, okay. So this was, I forgot what year it was. It had to be like 2004. But I found out you can go online and you can order, can you say that part? Anyway, you can order that and have, So I went, I was like, okay, well, just because you don't want to have a baby, don't mean I'm not going to have a baby. Right? So I went online and I picked out the donor. Yes, I did. But then I felt bad because my friend, one of my close friends, she was like, just trick them like I did and get pregnant. And for some reason, she just stopped taking the pill. Baby. And for some reason, I could not trick a man I just couldn't do it. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I only want to have a baby if you want me to have it. I don't want to be married to you and have your child and you don't want it. So anyway, I went online and I found the donor, this cute little Filipino. Anyway, so
like you
So, and so then I said, you know what? Let me tell him, because let me tell him he may want to divorce me, but I'm about to get pregnant, you know? So I told him, and the way he laughed at me, like, it made me feel so stupid. Like, he was just like, so we're married, and you're gonna order sperm and get pregnant with another man's child just because you want a baby that bad. And I was just like, damn. So, and I just felt so dumb. It just took me to tell, because I never told anybody. I never spoke it to, except for this one girl. And this one girl had tricked her husband. She was the only person I told. So when I told somebody else and he laughed at me, I realized how silly I was. And so I literally went and got I got the patch. I was taking a birth control because I'm like, I guess I'm just not going to do it. So I just gave it up and just was like, okay, fine. I don't want to have a baby. And then like a year later, I'm sitting there with the birth control pill patch. We're at a baby shower and he comes and snatches the patch off my back and was like, now I'm ready. I let it go. I just let it go.
Mm. Oh, wow.
I let it go. Yeah, so it was just like, that was an example of manifesting too, because I literally let it go. Yeah. I'm like, oh, hey, you know. So I just thought that was funny. So I always tell my son, I'm like, you could have been Filipino.
Wow, 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 wow.
What you say?
Someone says, I'm looking at the comments, Boo, says disrespectful.
It was.
Somebody said, Baal prophetess.
Just ignore them. They're just trolling. They're all getting muted. They're all getting muted.
Right.
What's so great about what Key just shared, the thing is, like, I've heard this before, people like, my husband don't want to have a baby. Do you want a baby? You got a husband, is he gonna stop having sex? Get you a baby. You want to get what you want. Hello?
Yeah.
I've never understood that. Well, my husband don't want one. And she's like pining away, like her heart is breaking because somebody at church has a baby. Oh, I'm like, you got a husband? His dingle ain't work. You got a uterus? I bet he want to keep having some sex, don't he?
That's exactly what my friend said. She was like, don't sleep. She was like, don't sleep with me then.
Can I tell you my story, ladies?
Oh, yeah,
it's interesting. It's very interesting. Like you're talking about, you guys wanted babies. I felt that way, but see, I had some stipulations in my life. You know, I was born out of wedlock, and you know how things are poured into you that you can't even understand as a kid. And so for me, I wanted to have what I never had because I never knew who my father was. So I wanted to be what I never had. And so I went out in searching for women that looked like what I wanted in a woman who could have my child. And so I married the first time. She got pregnant. She had a miscarriage. Our communication wasn't working for the relationship. I divorced her and moved on. And then, in fact, I was only divorced from her 25 hours because I already had my prospect on the next one because I was about babies. I really wasn't about the long-term relationship. And that's why I'm in the situation that I'm in now, because I was never focused on the long-term situation. I never wanted to be connected to somebody for the rest of my life because I know that the reality is one of us gonna go first and we ain't gonna be together forever. So with that concept in mind, I didn't want to have children out of wedlock because I was a bastard. So I didn't want to be that. So I had to marry the woman I wanted. The children had to have my name, and I wanted to stabilize that woman well enough where she could be independent without me because I didn't really want to be there for the long haul, especially when I'm footing the bill for all of this, and she just riding it. She just riding it.
It sounds like so much pressure you put on.
It was a lot of pressure, but I wanted to be something for something that I created that the person who created me wasn't to me. And I have achieved that goal. I have 2 beautiful daughters. I have grandchildren, and they are thriving in their life, you know, because I taught independence. You know, I was an active, involved father even after I divorced a mother and got custody of my children. So, yeah, I get it, ladies. You know, if you want to have babies, that's great. But don't be trying to make the man responsible when he ain't even trying to be responsible. So do what you want to do, because we manifest what we want, and that's the part of what we're talking about here, is manifesting what you want.
Right.
It's about what you want, and that's what I wanted for myself. That's why I can be happy in the situation that I'm in. Yes, I would tell you there was some deception in there. There was some manipulation in there on both parties. I will own all that I have done in this reality, but I'm thankful because I have become what I didn't have, because my children show me the gratitude every day, and they are thriving. They are thriving. My grandchildren are thriving. And now I'm just watching the seeds that I sowed grow. Even though there's been some heartbreak along the way, I'm okay. I'm going to always be okay, as you will be too.
Absolutely. Well said. Can I ask a quick question? I'm just a little bit confused about the deception and the heartbreak and all that. When it comes to the act of sexual intercourse, where is the deception when there's 2 consensual, willing parties?
Well, the deception for me was that I wasn't totally true about my sexuality, because I'm a bisexual man. I love all that loves me, whether it be man or woman.
I'm saying like real plain and basic, like super duper simple. Where is the deception in this act of sexual intercourse whereby a life is created?
Well, there was no deception. There was no deception in that part, but you know, people project how they feel, and so in the case with my situation,
you talking about having a baby?
Yes, there was no deception in that part. The deception was
there's not a whole bunch of pain and manipulation associated with that. It's a very natural thing.
No. I'm talking. You gotta.
Baby.
Right. Like someone said, why would that matter though, unless you cheated or something?
Well, no, I never cheated while I was in the relationship. No.
Right. So they're saying, why, you know, your sexual preference outside of that relationship, why would that matter if you are faithful to the marriage?
Well, that would be a question you have to ask the ex, because, you know, I was just really trying, you know, to be a father, like I said, be something I never had. And I even apologized to my kids, because, you know, my kids were like, you know, there's sometimes you come across kind of crazy to us, because, you know, they modern day or whatever the case may be. But I'm like, I see 2 beautiful girls that I want to raise up and understand, make them understand the ways of men, because I am a man. And right now I have chosen women that I want to have my children, even though I know I'm attracted to men too.
Right. So did the deception come from, she didn't know that this was going? No. That's not my question. Did the deception, what Ray Alday says, did the deception come that you didn't let her know that this wasn't going to be, this is for some time, not for a long time. This wasn't forever.
That is part of it too.
Okay.
But also this was my personal struggle, as I understand who I am now. I'm a bisexual man. Then I didn't understand who I was.
Gotcha.
I didn't understand who I was. But I did understand enough that two men couldn't have babies, so I can't be no dang father where I'm trying to have sex with a man. No, that ain't happening.
Got it. So he did say, whoever asked that question, just to jump in, he did say at the beginning of what he was shared is that he didn't care about none of the relationship. He didn't want the woman. He wanted some babies. Hence,
Right.
getting you a baby.
But I guess
Correct.
surrogacy wasn't an option back then.
Correct. And I wanted something that came from me that I can love unconditionally.
Right. Well, that would have came from you, surrogacy. Got someone to carry the, use your,
That part too.
Yeah,
That part too.
And then
But
there's
I wanted it when I was young and virile. I ain't young and virile anymore.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your transparency. I mean, yeah, like you said, I get what you're saying. You don't have to try to trap someone into being a father or try to deceive someone into being a father. If those men aren't looking to be fathers, then maybe you need to part ways and go find the one that does want to be
Correct, because they
want
out
to be
there.
a father. Yeah.
And again, where is the deception in the consensual act of intercourse that quite naturally makes baby? That's what I'm talking about. So like, oh, my husband don't want to, so I can't trick him. Do he want to get busy with his wife? Do you want you a baby?
I have to disagree with that. I do think that a person's desire on having kids is up to them, right? So if you let a man do that to you and you're not protected on your end, then yes, you get what you get, right? You do get like the effect of what that is. But I think it's important to still be open and honest about a person's intentions. I think that's still fair. Because for me, I'm not too keen on having kids, so therefore I do protect myself. I prefer to live a life of leisure. No, not leisure.
And see, I'm intentional about everything that I do.
In a marriage, we're talking about a woman, contextually, a woman whose heart's desire, and quite naturally, is to have a baby. She has all of the technological equipment to be the portal of life. So that's quite natural for a woman to have that desire. It's very natural. She's married.
Yeah, but I would never want to have kids with someone who doesn't want to be a father.
I feel you. This is a woman. This woman wanted her a baby. I'm taking it all down to where the rubber meets the road. Pull all of the clothes off of it, because this stuff is real simple. She's all distraught. She's all at church messed up. Somebody have a baby. I want a baby so bad. Her husband over there. I'm like, well, get you a baby. Well, he doesn't want one.
But he may not want one.
I guess that's a discussion that has to be had before we say I do at the altar, right? Are we aligned? Like, do we want both of them kids? Like, what's going on? Like, how are we in the marriage and just discovering that one of us don't want to have a baby? Like, how do we get there? How do we get in a marriage that the other person, right? Like, how do we end up in a marriage that we come to realize 2-3 years in, oh, they don't even want no more kids? How we end up in this marriage? And you know that wholeheartedly you do, and they're telling you straight out they don't. How you end up married to the person? Yeah, so was it deception on their part that got you to marry them and wasn't forthcoming to tell you they never want you to bear their children?
They changed their mind.
Well, then you gonna have to. But here's the thing: you change your mind. Guess what has to happen? You have to put a rubber on them. Cause I'm not messing up my body to ensure that you don't get a baby that you change your mind about.
No, I totally agree with that. I think it's
right. We came in thinking I'm gonna bear your child, and then you along the line decide we ain't gonna do it. Well, then that means you need to wear protection. I'm not finna be putting no patching and doing no contraceptive.
No, if that's the agreement where we go into the marriage expecting to have kids and then you don't, that's totally different.
Yeah.
I just think that in general, before people start having babies, you need to start having conversations.
That's right.
And believe it or not, that's who I was as a young man. I had that conversation up front because I knew what I wanted.
Exactly. So we're keeping the topic what it is, manifestation. We're talking about a woman who has the natural technology to procreate and be a life portal. That is a part of her naturalness about being a woman. She wants a baby, whether talk about it or not. She's in a marriage. She's sexually active regularly.
Yeah, but I don't think that takes away a man's desire or the autonomy to decide whether or not he wants to have kids or not. I don't give a damn if you're married or not.
I think like this.
No, you're missing it.
No, guess what? You can be in a marriage and you still can have your baby. Just don't make your husband responsible for your baby because he already told you he didn't want it. He just gave it to you. That's what you wanted.
I don't think that's fair. I mean, now, does he have to take his own precautions? Absolutely. Everyone has to be responsible for themselves, but I disagree with the concept of just because we're married, that means that everything is carte blanche.
All that came from me because I wanted it and I was willing to pay for it, take care of it, and in the end, I wound up doing that because guess what? I had custody of my children from 12 to adulthood. I had custody of them, and I was not letting her have any kind of ruling on what went on in my household. I made sure those girls were active and involved and so busy that they didn't have time to get in trouble, and they didn't. And now they have active, busy lives, living to the best without her intervention and without her help, because they called mom for things, but mom didn't show up like dad showed up.
Yeah.
But I'm still the bad guy.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, they grown and gone, but I'm still the bad guy.
Yeah. That's always, unless you change this narrative, that's still your story you telling.
Well, no, I really ain't, because it's changing now.
Well, there you go then. With that, then stop talking about you the bad guy then. How you the bad guy in your own story?
Well,
how you the bad guy in your own story? How you telling the story where you the bad guy?
Well,
I'm the best dad ever. What the hell? I don't care what another. But here's the thing. Remember, it doesn't matter what other people think about you. What other people think about you is none of your business.
I know, that's why we having this conversation.
Right. Because what? Yeah. So I never want to hear you say I'm the bad guy.
It's my story. I can be bad sometimes.
Yeah, I guess. Hey, you wear it proud. You write it your story. Do you, boo?
I own all that is me. I own all that is me.
Love it. Yeah, someone said, bro sounds like he's doing a great job in all areas. What's the problem? Dealing with ex-judgments. Ooh. Say, throw that ish out the window, sir. Sounds like a happy guy. Right. Yeah. Sometimes we go down those roads of the old story, and they be bringing up them old thoughts and them old feelings. That's why you got to be careful about how much you looking back.
Listen, I'm not here to advertise, but I'm writing the whole story so everybody can read it when it comes out. It'll be out next summer. It's called The Book of Lawrence. Scorpio to Eagle to Phoenix. That's what it's called.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah,
okay.
It'll be out next year. I've been working on it, and I ain't leaving no stones unturned, because guess what? I ain't scared of what y'all think. I don't care what you think. It's yours.
I mean, when you're telling a story, I guess, and you put it in a book and you give me your life story, I guess at some point you don't really care what nobody else think.
That's right. So if you want to read it, read it. If you don't,
exactly.
But the bottom line is, when you come to see me, you will know who I am if you read my book. You will know who I am, because that's where I am. You don't have to get to know me. If you want to speak to me, speak to me. And guess what? I will tell you who I am. And I will hope that you know enough about yourself that you can tell me who you are too. I'm going to land my plane there.
Nobody is responsible to be anything other than what they decide to be. Go ahead, Key.
I was being funny. I said, so next week, because we got, when is it okay to start cooking and cleaning for your partner? So next week version, when is it okay to start paying your partner's mortgage and car payment.
Oh Lord.
You gotta have that upside.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
No, I just want to know, like.
Oh Lord. Oh
I
Lord.
wanna be mad.
Is the other person responsible for paying for anything for you?
Is the other person responsible for cooking or cleaning?
A lot of people
I
know.
have
For a lot of
those-
people
I have
know.
those requirements in my marriage.
I don't think no
Believe it or
one's
not.
responsible to do anything. I think you should do what you want to do. Because when you
Yeah,
write your
exactly.
own
I
story, the
agree.
person is going to agree with the story because you wrote it, and they're going to come play the part that you wrote for them. So there's not going to be any pushback. There's not going to be pushback unless you write in the story that there's pushback. There's not going to be hardship and difficulty unless you decide there's hardship and difficulty. You have to write that into the story.
See, in my story, I had wrote me in there as paying for everything, and that's what I was doing. And what she did was what she did, and I accepted it as so.
You can have whatever you want
But I
if
got
you
my
want.
babies. I got my babies. That's what was the important thing.
Right. You can have whatever you want. If you want someone that's going to take care of you financially, done. You want someone that's chivalrous, done. You want someone that cooks and clean, done. You don't want anyone that cooks and clean, done. You can literally have whatever you want. Like Latoxi was saying earlier when she opened up, right? Why am I shortchanging myself? This is my goddamn story. The fuck? This is my story. Why the hell would I shortchange myself in my own story? That's the stuff we need to be saying to ourselves. Why the hell am I not asking for the world? Because the world is mine.
Period.
It is, but what you need all that for?
Wait.
What you need all what for?
You don't need anything.
What you mean? You don't need anything. You already possess all things. You're just deciding what you want at the buffet table. This is a buffet, and you can have it all, everything.
Yeah, I agree. I agree because I say I ask for nothing and get everything.
I ask for it all and get all things. What?
I ask for nothing and get everything that I want and I need, and really that's all that's important for me. That's how I get out of that.
But no one is asking really anything. Everyone's commanding unless people don't understand that they're commanding.
Yeah,
but everyone's always commanding. They just don't know that they're commanding.
Correct.
They're commanding life to show up shortchanged, and they don't even know it.
Well, I ain't never shortchanged. I don't ever feel that way. So,
yes, please. Like Latoxi said, drop questions in the chat, guys, for what we want to talk about next. So is everybody loving the manifest your SP? This something you all want to continue?
Yes,
I love it.
That's a cool topic.
I love it.
The other lives aren't really super focused on it.
I got some stories on that. All that I manifested in my present life, and I, like right now, I got this partner that's been manifesting, but I've been living freely.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I got stories. I will have stories.
Okay, hold on for a second, handsome guy. What you want to say, Latoxic?
I just wanted to reiterate, if you guys have things on your mind, if this conversation is jogging, your interest or piquing your interest in something that you want to talk about for next week, just put it in the chat. You don't have to have the whole question. You could just say like a topic or something like that, and we can, decide on questions from there. So feel free to drop them. They can be manifestation related, relationship related. It doesn't just have to be romantic relationships. So it just can be anything. We haven't talked a whole lot about non-romantic relationships.
I know. We gotta, you're talking about reestablishing relationships with parents or with siblings or with, friends. That's something that you want to reestablish. That can be yours too. Blaisdell said, I got exactly what I wanted myself. Hello. I'm the 7-course meal. I'm all of it. All that and a bag of chips, as they say. I'm the snack, the appetizer, the main course, the salad, the sides, and the dessert. I'm all of it.
Yes.
But you have to know that the relationship you want is yours for the taking. You know, I've discovered that most people say they don't want something only because they don't believe they can have it. It's not because they truly don't desire it, but in their mind, they don't understand how it can come to be into fruition. They don't see the reality of it. And so what? They say, well, no, that's not for me. I decided that I'm not going to. They give all these things, but that's only because they're basing past experiences on future realities. They're letting the past relationship, the relationship that happened 2 months ago, 6 months ago, 10 years ago, determine the now reality. So you're going to shortchange yourself because you truly don't believe you can have what you're asking for. So you limit yourself and say, well, no, that's okay. I don't want it anymore. Or I don't want that. Because you really can't conceptualize how it can happen. But that's why the how is not your work. The end result is. Your work is to see yourself already with it, not how you're going to get it. That's your end result. Or letting society dictate to you what's possible. We let societal constructs limit us because we talk about worthiness and deservingness. But that has absolutely nothing to do with if you should get in. Credentials doesn't mean ish when it comes to manifestation. Well, who was it? Einstein says, imagination is greater than knowledge.
There you go.
It's your imagination that's the creator. That's why Latasha was like, oh, all these people I know in positions and they just don't match the standard. They don't have the qualifications, and they don't have the whatever. They don't have the pocketbook. They don't have the merit. But here they are. Because of who they are, not because of what they know. And that's what we have to understand. It's not because of what you know, it's who do you say that I am? That is the question asked. That's why I always bring up that script. Because the first question is, who do they say that I am? That's what we get caught up on. Who they say. Well, they say that you black, so you less than. They say that you don't have an education, so you don't get to get the job. They say that you don't know the right people, so that means that you get the wrong company. They say that you're the wrong gender, so you should make less. They say. But then the question is, well, who do you say that I am? That's what matters. It does not matter what they say, but we put so much validation on what they say. We limit ourselves based on what they say. But the question is not about who I am not either. The question was not, who am I not? Because we make laundry lists about what we're not. Well, I don't know the right people. Well, I'm not my thoughts. Well, you're right. I'm not my body. You're right. I'm not the being over there. I'm not this. I'm not that. I don't know. I'm not, educated. I don't have, I don't have secondary or post education. I don't have the skill set. I don't know the right people. All these modules about who I am. But that's not the question. The question is, who do you say that I am? That's the question you should be answering, because whatever you attach to the I am, that's what you should be. Hello, Kevin. How are you? Welcome, sir.
Welcome. I'm fantastic. I've been dipping in and out. I've been celebrating my birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. All these July birthdays. I know. Okay.
All the Leos, right?
Oh, I got a couple of Leos. My father-in-law and my brother-in-law are Leos.
I've never met a Leo I didn't like. Never met a male or female. Never met a Leo I didn't like.
Yeah, I be celebrating somebody's birthday on Sunday too. Another Leo. My friend's dude is awesome. A Leo too. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you guys for your birthday wishes and greetings. Thank you. Appreciate that. This topic, because I've been listening in and out of the live, because I've been celebrating a little bit. Number 5, I put in there, resonated with me the most. Every single thing in every single relationship that I mark good, that I marked turbulent, that I marked unfruitful. Every single relationship I personally manifested based upon my own self-awareness and self-esteem. Now, did I sit down and write down and make a list of things that I don't want, and then so those things can manifest in my relationship? No. I thought about it. Did I turn my plate down and fast so I can get, the trials and tribulations that I went through in my relationship? No. I thought about it.
Talk it.
I heard someone, and this is not passing judgment, but I heard someone in the live mention about, I think it was Key, mention about going through somebody's phone and not trusting. I done been down that road. The word says, if you seek, you will find.
All the time.
All the time.
The law cannot be broken.
It cannot. It can only be confirmed. So every situation was the manifestation unfolding before my eyes. I was manifesting before I even knew what that word meant or was. Because we are the creators of our reality. Whatever it is. Nothing matters until you give matter to it. So this has been an absolutely awesome live. And I'm not as comfortable yet sharing every relationship, successful and unsuccessful. I've just, not as comfortable as being as transparent in front of everybody. What the person I need to be or reckon with is Kevin.
Mm-hmm. I feel that because I don't talk about. Do y'all hear me talk about my relationship with my ex-husband?
Nope. You tell us you had a relationship, but if you had a relationship,
that's about it. That's all you need to know. I was married to a preacher, and I don't say nothing else.
Nothing else. That's all.
Because it does not matter. He's not part of my current reality. He's not part of my. I don't need to go down that road.
No.
I don't need to tell no details about it because he's not.
And you don't need to give life to it by bringing your attention to it.
Yep. The only time I talk about it is because it's a part of, I talk about being in church, right?
Over, right?
I talk about being in church, and that's where, I got some of my understanding from. But other than that, I'm never going to talk about what he did or didn't do, how he wasn't, I'm not, like, it doesn't matter. For me, it doesn't tell my story because that's not who I am. I'm not that person anymore. So that person that manifested that relationship no longer exists.
Exactly. It's no longer relevant.
Nope.
So I feel you on that, sister. I really do.
Yeah. I mean, I talk in general, right? I say, I used to think a certain way about men. So my generality lets you know the type of men I was dealing with because based on my general conversation, right? I said that I was insecure. I had low self-esteem. I believed that all men saw relationships as a sport. It was just about how many women they could bed. So that lets you know that general. I don't need to get any more specific than that. Right?
So how can you manifest something different than what you're thinking?
Yep. And I said I had to change that.
And when you did, what happened?
I got there was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's what I'm saying. When you've made a decision, there's no other options. There was no such thing as now I'm going to manifest somebody that doesn't fit the thing I say I wanted. That was impossible.
I ended up, I'll share very briefly. I ended up marrying, and she called me today to wish me happy birthday. And we've known each other since the 5th grade elementary school. And we have a child together. We've been married, divorced, but we're still friends. We both moved on with our lives, put each other in the friend zone, and stayed that way. You know, I don't have any hatred or animosity or any vendetta, nothing. We're friends. It ain't nothing she can call me and ask me for within my power that I'll take care of. Now, I'm not even saying we need to stay friends because we have a kid together. Our kid is 40 years old. They're grown. The relation we have together is the relation we want to have together. And because of she knows how my heart is, she doesn't call me and lean on my shoulder about this relationship and that relationship, or none of that goes on. She don't confide me her deep, darkest secrets that I need to take to the grave. None of that happens. It's completely platonic. Now, people joke with me because my sister got married in Jamaica last year, and she asked me would I mind sharing a room with her on a trip to Jamaica. And you know, that was kind of weird, but nothing happened. We were adults about it. So,
Right.
it is what you guys. You're gonna get whatever you desire anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You might as well lean into and be honest with yourself about your desires.
Yep.
Because it's gonna manifest anyway. That's all. I enjoyed it. That's all I had to say.
Thank you. I'm glad, and we're glad that you're enjoying your birthday.
I am.
That's beautiful, beautiful. Another trip around the sun, as they say. That's what they tell us anyway. That's what they tell us. They say
yeah. Whether it's true or not.
That's what they say.
Yeah, it's no topic to whether it's true or not.
Right.
No trip around the sun.
Oh, say another solar eclipse. Eclipse the sun.
I told myself I was gonna keep existing and I wasn't going around the sun no more.
Say I am the sun.
That's
there
it.
You go.
I am the sun.
There you go.
Yes. Love it. See, I don't know if Nima, did you mean to come up? Nima Johnson, you can unmute.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I was just listening to this fantastic conversation. You are my girl, and you really changed my life. And everything that you guys are saying is absolutely true. I changed my mindset, and I'm still changing it. And as you say, whatever your reality is, whatever you create in your heaven, which is in your brain, is going to manifest. And I learned that, good or bad. So, but now I'm soaring, and it's fun. It's scary, but it's fun because the things that I put my mind to and say, well, I want this and I want that, and it just start coming and you be like, whoa. I'm that powerful, and I had no idea, coming from a background of Christianity, being a PK kid. You know, you had to be chosen and picked, and you had to wear your skirts a certain way, your hair and your hats and all of this, and be patient and all of those things. So, you know, deconstructed from all of that and knowing that you're the master of your universe, you are a God, and you have the power. That's something totally different, and that's a whole nother programming. And it's beautiful. So I'm just listening to you guys. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you. And as Blaisdell says, you changed your life. You did it. You made the decision. It was time for you to know the truth, and the truth makes you free. You know, always pat your own self on the back. I appreciate the sentiments. I appreciate, you know, everyone coming here and sharing their truths, because that's all we're doing. We're sharing our truths. We're inspiring one another to greatness, because we are the world, right? We are one another. I am you, you are me. There is no separation, because we are one. We are the Elohim that came down to experience this thing called life. And why do we come? To have life in that more abundantly. We came what? To prosper in all that we do, that our joy may be full. So and when people try to convince you that there's joy in struggling, the devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. The devil, that don't BS that we supposed to take joy in struggle. No. It's joy and ease. Light and easy. Light and easy. Light and easy. All right. Thank you, DNA Mindset Matters. Have a great evening. Thank you. Yep. Everyone is living the life that they were meant to have and then some, right? You came here to expand, to experience, and to create. We are creators. We create with our mind. Our mind is the creative power within us. And that's the part of us that is unlimited. It can do exceedingly, abundantly, above all we could ever ask or think, according to our own power that works within us. It does things that eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, neither has it entered into our hearts. The things that our consciousness, our awareness, the infinite I am has in store for us. Why? Because we walk upright before it. And what is walking upright? Thinking right. Think right about every situation. Know that all things work together for your good. All things work together for the good to those who are called according to his purpose. And we're all called according to the purpose of good, of greatness, of joy, of peace. We are here to have exponential increase. And just get the mindset of enjoying the journey. We get so caught up on the destination, which is sure. The destination is a sure thing. So since it's a sure thing, why not have fun in the being? Because that's your only job, the joy of being. You only got one job. Because your job is not to make anything happen. Your job is to experiencing the happening and have joy while doing it. And if you find yourself questioning, wondering, you feel like there's a quote unquote a block or something, what does the script say? If any of you lack wisdom, let them ask of God, who gives what? Liberally. And the greater, so all you got to do is when you seek, when you ask, it is always given. What must I do to be saved? Oh, just believe on me, as the scripture has said, and out of thy belly shall flow rivers of living water. What is the water? Psychological truth. Truth gonna flow up out of you when you trust in me, because I'm gonna lead and guide you into all truth and never a lie. Because every perfect and good gifts come down from the Father of lights, and with whom there is no shadow of turning. So don't be afraid to seek direction from the I am. How did this disciple say it? Help me in my unbelief. If you're struggling to believe a thing that you want, then ask for the help. Because I did it when I was talking about when I was flying and I was experiencing all of that. I guess it was, the high altitude of the flight, and my nose running and my eyes running, and I got a migraine, and I needed to understand and to see myself not experiencing that anymore. I'm looking out the window like, okay, I need to help my unbelief. Like, what's going on? Why haven't I manifested this reality? And then it came to me, I hadn't made a decision. I hadn't decided, because once I decided, it never happened again. Whatever it's going to take for you Because everybody's path is different. Everybody's journey is different. No two people experience this life the same. No, because we are all infinite expressions of the one. But that means infinite means what? Many, a plethora, variety is so many ways. It's unlimited in the options, in the possibilities, in the potentialities. We just gotta know how to trust. Trust that it's okay that we don't know, but that is already done. What you don't know, how? You don't have the details. You don't know the details. You don't know the breach of incidents. You don't know the occurrence. That's what trust has to come. That's what standing still has to come. That's what being still has to come. And so I appreciate, again, everyone coming and sharing and being transparent about, our point of view and perspectives on relationships and how we're coming to the realization every relationship is a relationship with self. That life is really just a reflection. Like we said yesterday, there is no out there. Imagination is the only reality. What does that mean? What you're thinking is what you're seeing. What you're thinking is projected outwardly, which means the only thing that exists is in here. There is no out there. Hey neighbor, long time. Yeah, I'm about to shut it down. Well, we'll give it a few minutes though. Rod, see if Rod wanted to come up. I don't know if I thought Rod wanted to come up, but I just saw his request. He may have left. You love the questions? Did you want to come answer any? And then we'll shut it down. But we did want questions. If you had any questions for next week, we'll do this every Monday, unless I'm on vacation or something. But every Monday we'll discuss relationships. And again, it doesn't just have to be, the special person. Your special person can be your mom or your dad or your siblings or your any family, or it can be work relationships, anything that you want to, transform, to forgive, which means to see differently. Any relationship you would like to experience differently.
I just had one.
What is it?
With my stepdad. And Toya, if you ain't telling the truth, I don't know who I am. So I'll save that for next week. And we'll talk about, family relationships.
Beautiful.
Because, girl, you ain't never, ever lied.
Love it, love it, love it. We look forward to hearing it next week. Yep, you can change it because every relationship is rooted in you. You are divine, and everything else in your world is the branches. They're extensions of you. How did Christ say, I'm rooted in the Father, the Father is rooted in me, and you are rooted in me, and I in you, right? We're all connected. There is no separation. It's a oneness. Right? Neville Goddard reminded us that you don't see people, you see assumptions of people. You see what you think of others. That's what you see. And you prove it to yourself all the time. People never show up differently. Why? Because you never think of them differently. The moment you decide to think of them differently, they have to show up differently. That's law.
Can I help? You know what? I had a conversation with a young person the other day, and he was like saying, I'm trying to get to know you. And I was like, okay, well, I could tell you about me. And so I started talking about me. But then he looked at me and told me that I act like I was talking at him. And I was like, how am I talking at you when I'm just talking about me? I said it sounds like maybe some of me I'm talking about is some of you, and you feel like I'm attacking that part of you. I don't know, but I'm just talking about me. So when did the conversations be about you? So, you know, you have to learn to listen to understand people. You have to listen to understand. And see, like a lot of times we have a whole bunch of people that call themselves adults in the room, but it ain't no adults in the room. They children in the room. They trying to demand somebody listen to them, and everybody shouting over each other. So, you know, but anyway, yeah, you create the script that's in front of you, and you can always write it out.
Absolutely. Perspective is reality. It doesn't matter what's happening, what's going on. It's how we're perceiving it, regardless of the situation. Even if at the moment you don't see it, when you look back on it and you see there's something that happened that was unwanted, you were the creator of it. It was a subconscious projection, whether we want to take ownership of it or not, regardless of what it was, who it was, when it was. It's all you. It's all me. It's all me. I don't care what happens, what happens in the reality that I'm experiencing, I'm always the cause. I don't care even if I talk about it as though I'm saying it was someone else. When it's all said and done, I'm like, damn, nope, that's me. So what do I want to do? What do I want to do with this information? What do I want to do with this experience? And you have an option. You can change it or you can accept it. That's it. Those are two choices. Accept it or change it. If you're cool with it, with how it all panned out, let it be. If you don't like what you see, change it. It's just that simple. That's it.
And in my world, I just say, it's just a moment. Are you going to make the whole world about this one moment? I'm not.
So, why do you care what I call myself? Move along. But again, that's another reflection, right? Someone, some part that still doesn't want to accept the truth of being, right? The world is a mirror, a hall of mirrors. It's okay. You don't have to accept that you're God. It's okay. One day you'll awaken to the truth. It's okay. Not just at this time. It's not now. It's okay. It doesn't change the truth just because you don't want to accept it, though. Just because you don't accept it doesn't negate the truth of it. It just means it's not your truth right now. This means but it is the truth. It's just that you're not ready to handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. So you will go on believing the lie. And what's a lie? Just the story you tell. You keep telling yourself the story that I'm not God, I'm not God, I'm not God. And guess what? You're right. You're not God for the time being. Because you'll continue to blame everything else outside of you as the cause. Because you don't believe you're God. But all right, guys, thank you once again. Hopefully we get some more questions, and we can, I know we like the SP conversation, but hopefully we can mix it up we can have some, questions regarding things outside of the, but for the lack of a better word, lover type questions or what have you. So, and so Wednesday, Manifestation Wednesday, Saturday, we have the book club, second chapter of Neville Goddard's Feeling is the Secret. If you want to watch the recap, I do have the playlist started. You can listen to the recap of Feeling is the Secret. We discussed the first chapter. Saturday will be the second chapter where he discusses sleep and how you can use it to help along with your manifestation. So that's one of the best ways psychologists have discovered impresses what we like to call the subconscious mind or the imagination with the reality of what we would like to experience. So dream on, Have sweet dreams. Sweet, sweet dreams. Lovely, lovely, lovely dreams. Good night. Love you. Bye-bye. Good night. Good night, all. See you Wednesday. We'll see. I may come on tomorrow. We'll see. Or I may take a break. I don't think I've had a break since Thursday. So I may take a break tomorrow and see you guys on Wednesday. We'll see how it goes. Play it by ear. All right. See how I'm feeling. But until next time, guys, beloved, I wish above all things that you prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers. Good night.